Quick interruption because this fixes all content creator problems. If you're consistently adjusting your camera, losing framing when you move, or re-recording content because you drifted out of the shot, that is a waste of time and engagement. I started using the OBS Bot mini camera and it eliminated all of that. It uses AI auto tracking to follow you in real time, keeps you perfectly framed, and delivers clean, professional video without extra gear or full studio setup. Whether you're streaming, podcasting, or on client calls, this makes you look locked in and polished automatically. Stop fighting your camera and focus on your message. I dropped the affiliate link in the description. If you're serious about content, this is an easy upgrade. As you can see, I'm testing out the camera and everything, and it's working out pretty well. Hit the link, get yours.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another show, the Banter and Barter Show. What's the word? What's good? Where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtney.
What's poppin', Twin?
How's it going?
Hey, you doing?
Now, what we doing right now, we going to kick it. We're waiting for the gang to get here right now. We're waiting for the gang to pop up. It ain't just going to be me, for those of y'all who wondering. But we sitting up here waiting for a minute. But in the meantime, before they get here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right. And the reason that this for, the reason why we continue to keep saying make sure you hit the like, for the algorithm is because the more likes that we get, the more that our content continues to keep getting pushed, right? So if you don't like the content, it won't get pushed. So you got to make sure that you're pushing the content, right? Especially if you're rocking with us. Also, if you want to invest in a platform, right? I'm not begging for the money. I'm not telling you guys that you should do it, but if you're truly rocking with us, and you're rocking with the Courtney Show, you're rocking with the Banter and Barter Show, be sure to support the channel, man. You're investing in something that is growing. You're investing in something that's gonna, this thing is going huge over time, right? So you want to definitely invest in it right now, all right? And like I said, the little I guess the dollar sign is at the bottom of the screen, right? Dollar sign is at the bottom of the screen. So definitely tap in with your people, all right? So we're gonna give everybody a few more minutes to get in. We're gonna give everybody a few minutes to lock in. Let's see what else I got for y'all. Oh, also make sure you're here tomorrow too. I'm live Wednesday as well, 7:05 p.m. MST time. Make sure you're here tomorrow. Tomorrow is solo tomorrow, so you definitely want to make sure that you're there tomorrow, all right? So what else we got? And also tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. I won't pin it in the comments right now, but whenever they decide to pull up, then we can get started with the show. All right. So go and get your drinks, go and get your snacks, go and get your popcorn, so you can come back and lock in. All right. Oh, I think they about to pop in right now. How's y'all Tuesday going? How's the Tuesday going? Listen, let me know where you from, where you at. Before everybody get in here, before we get started, let me know where you tapping in from. What city, what state you tapping in from before we get live, man. Where you tapping in from? Where are you tapping in from? What you mean? It doesn't make sense. Well, whatever. All right. And make sure y'all run up the comments too. If you already in here, I see 8 views already. We should have 8 likes. The number of views that we got should match the likes. So if you just getting in here, make sure you like the live. 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 All right. My IG folks, what's good with you? My Facebook people, what's popping with you? Let's do a different live stream going on. Interesting. Go and grab your drinks, y'all. I see a lot of y'all coming in. Let me know what city and state y'all from. What city and state y'all from before everybody get here. What city and state y'all from? We waiting on our other two co-hosts, man. We waiting on the other two co-hosts. Let me know what city and state you from. And also, if you got any topics that you want us to go over or you want me to talk about, send it to the email. The email is in the description. The email is in the description. Send it to me, CCJE.LLC@gmail.com. All right?
Yo, what's happening?
What's good with your famo?
Oh, you know, just trying to get into this to the stream, bro, and not be all glitching out.
I dig it. Well, shit, since you are already up in here, I don't know what Jay been now. I'm pretty sure he'll just pop in when he get here. So I'll go ahead and start this video. So this first video that I'm gonna play, bro, is the one that I sent you guys in regards to. So I kind of give everybody the context for the people who just tapping in. So shout out to DJ Hamp, shout out to Truth Hurts, shout out to them because they're doing this podcast right now together. And so a question was asked in regards to women who, I guess, claim that they level up their man, right? Who claim that they level up their man, and when they're doing more and they're investing into their man, and their man end up cheating on them. So my question is to the people, to the women, to the men, are these chicks really leveling y'all up? What is it that they're actually doing to help level you up? Now, so I want y'all to think about that question, and then I'm going to play the video. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out.
It's just that simple. That's your fault. If you're a successful woman and you go deal with a bum, you need to be accountable for whatever comes with that bum.
Yeah, I agree. I learned this too, Truth. Like I used to catch myself say,
and that's vice versa. Men, if a successful man go get a bum ass woman, he needs to be accountable for what comes with that bum ass woman.
Right.
Like the dudes that bring passport bros that bring girls overseas here and try to save them.
Naeem, I wasn't done. Hold on. What I was saying was this right here. I feel like what Tamia is saying is so true because I've seen it a lot, and I've also caught myself doing this and saying this as well. And I'll be like, I'll tell a man, oh, that woman only wants you because you were with me. Like, so I didn't build you up. And you was a bum, you was a lame, and now all these women want you because I've built you up to that certain caliber. And a lot of times I had to learn something. Stop going for men or people that are outside of your caliber. Period, point blank. If you know that you are a certain caliber of a man or a woman, then just stick to that caliber and let it be what it is. Don't go down beneath where you are. Because I feel like you going down beneath where you are is actually showing that you'll do anything for that love word. You can't do that.
Damn, what did he say to you when you said that to him?
He really didn't say nothing. He really didn't say nothing. He just sat there and looked at me like, I know you didn't just say that, but I did. And I said it out loud because we were in the midst of talking about it. And, I had found out he cheated and all of that different type of stuff. And I was like, it's so crazy how you were a lame before I met you. Nobody knew who you were. And then as soon as I got with you and I built you up, now all of a sudden these women want you. And a lot of times, a lot of men don't pay attention to that.
So we're gonna let it keep playing some more. But you got any
Yeah.
thoughts on this so far?
Shit, yeah. What do I got to say on this? So she's trying to say that she went below pretty much her medium. She started shooting lower caliber dudes. She built this dude up in some kind of way. So I don't even know what that even means. She built him up. And then once she thinks, I guess he got to wherever he was, he started shooting for something better and got something better than her, or stepped outside of her. What I gotta say is that dude was just on the trajectory to do what he was gonna do either way. I mean, you may have got someone who's in a financial spot lower than you, and you thought that you were I guess slumming it with this cat, and he was gonna get where he's gonna get anyways. It didn't matter. Like you can't bump a dude up. That's the thing though. A lot of times these women think that just because they got an opinion and they have a strong opinion about a lot of shit, they kind of think like once they nag, they really think that they are pushing you to do shit. And it's like, yo, I was gonna do what I was gonna do either way, but all that nagging shit is not pushing me to do something I was always gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't understand. If they just knew the nature of a dude, you don't have to push some dude up. If that was actually legit, she got some dude that was lower than her. She's making more money. She's better than him. Whatever she thinks, he's gonna be like a puppy dog. He's gonna stick with her. He ain't going nowhere. She can nag all she wants to. She can do whatever the fuck she wants to. He's gonna be right there behind her, fucking, doing whatever she needs. That's not. She got a dude that was a strong dude, and he just realized, hey, you know what? I can't deal with this type of shit. And he moved the fuck on. It had nothing to do with, it just ain't the same with like men and women, bro. It just ain't the same.
So do you think that when women say that I leveled this man up, or I I put you on, do you really think that? Because me personally, what I think is, when I think it's two different things. When the man says that he put this woman on versus a woman who says that she put this man on, I think it's two different things. I don't think it's the same.
I agree.
Now I can elaborate on that aspect of it when I say, and mind you, let me be clear when I say this. I think it's more so the individuals that, when you think about cougars, right? So if you're a young buck and you got this woman, she's a divorcee or she got money and bread like that, she's already been around the block, around the way, girl. She got her bread up, whether through divorce or through some sort of settlement, or maybe she was just an entrepreneur. She got to her bread and she didn't have time to fuck around with another dude or anybody else. And she come to this young cat who don't know shit and he's still wet behind the ears. That's the only time that I would look at that as in a sense of, all right, she leveled this nigga up, she brought this nigga up, like that's dope as fuck. But what else? No. But on the flip side of that, when I see a lot of women who say, "Yeah, I put you on," like how? What experiences did you give me that I didn't get from anywhere else already? What trips have you taken me? Yeah, you bought me a couple of clothes. All right, cool. But I would have got that anywhere. So what is it that how did you level me up?
But yeah, when they say because like exactly you said, she'll take him on trips, she'll buy him clothes and all that shit. If that motherfucker, if he didn't have any desire or he wasn't like motivated, he would still stay there and get and reap all the benefits of that, like a woman would. Like when you say you put someone on, that means you put them onto a business to where now they're like actually making revenue, they're making money.
Right.
So like in that sort of case, typically women don't do stuff like that. It's not like if a man said, hey, you know what? I took this girl from here and got out of here. That means like, just say if you had a real estate company, she might start doing a day-to-day business to get that company running slow by slow. By his goal is to get her to run that shit on her own. Don't even need him. But like I don't see that being the same sort of situation if she's saying that she leveled him up, then he ended up taking off. That means that he probably had a lot of money, but he still had ambition. He was still gonna do what he's gonna do either way.
Yeah.
So even though she did buy him stuff or whatever, all that other shit, it didn't fucking matter. He was still gonna, he was still gonna be that dude. And with a lot of these women, they just think like they think they can talk to you any kind of way or treat you any kind of way if they feel that they are doing better than you, like financially. And that's any dude with a backbone ain't gonna take that shit.
Yeah. Rod, you got anything before we continue to keep playing, bro? Did you hear most of the video?
Nah, I didn't hear most of it. I was fighting trying to get in here.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just go ahead and play it then, and I can bring you up to speed.
All right, say less.
Because a lot of times women only want men because they don't like the woman that they're with.
Now, if he was a lame, right? Because that's just my question. If he,
I just took the accountability for it.
But hold on, but because now did I do something wrong here? Am I in your way? Because if I'm in your way,
I think we're thinking the same thing. I just want to go ahead.
Cool beans. So if right, because if he was such a lame, right? Because nobody wanted him, but you wanted him. And not only did you want him, you also invested in him. So you spent your time, your money, your coochie, you gave him your heart, your mind, everything that was priceless. You poured it into him. So was he really lame, or were you lame for giving a lame an opportunity?
I took the accountability and said that I was
asking you. So you was lame.
For sure.
Okay, cool.
Definitely lame for giving
My
him.
plane is landed. Go ahead, Ham. My fault. I apologize, good brother.
Damn. So okay. So you seen Duke, and you say, "Yeah, I need a pep. I need a pick me up." Was your esteem like low? Like how you did that? Like what was your mind like? Was your esteem like in the dumps? You say, you know what? I'm gonna use this nigga to make myself feel better. Every time I roll over, at least I ain't this nigga. It's like, is that how your mindset was?
That's not how my mindset was. He was actually 10 years older than me.
So you took a 10-year older lane. So you got finessed by some senior dick. The plot thickens. This is what makes me so mad with you women. This is what makes me so mad with you women. I always talk about this, and a lot of men are going to feel a way about this. But I tell you women, this pisses me off. If you want to take care of an old man, take care of your fucking father. You got with a man, I'm not judging you because many women, this message is just not for her because there's a gang of y'all that are watching this right now. When you're dealing with a man 15, 20 years your senior, the objective to dealing with a man is to be able to learn from him. Y'all are dealing with men 20 years your senior. The nigga ain't got no bread. He ain't got no motion. He don't even have anything to teach you. If you want to deal with a bum ass old head, go chase your father down. I've never understood that. My fault, Ham. But
you gotta understand something. Y'all gotta
we don't need to understand. Care you done enough.
You said it already.
This the part, right? And then they be coming out of that relationship talking about how much of an ain't shit nigga he was, how he brought her through the ringer. Nah, beloved, Stevie Wonder can see you put yourself through the ringer. And I just don't understand why y'all don't get out of those relationships and talk shit about yourself for the poor decisions you knew you was making when you made them. That shit baffles me when y'all do that.
You gotta hit the button on the end of that.
I don't know my shit plugged in.
I ain't got mine either. You gotta hit the button.
Right, it was a point of
I have a question. Right, I don't want to make this solely on you because this is not a therapy session for you, right?
It's really not. I was being groomed for real. I'm not even gonna lie. Right, it was a point of
I have a question. Right, I don't want to make this solely on you because this is not a therapy session for you, right?
It's really not.
What?
None of this.
Hold on. What good qualities did he have though? Because I know he was a bum. He was broke. He didn't have anything going. 10 years just seen. But what about him was good?
I mean, he was a gentleman. Like he was nice to me.
I mean, he broke. I mean, but outside of that though, like
hold up. I want to stop right there because that's something critical right there. Do y'all think that a person being a gentleman equates to him being broke? I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious about that.
Him being a gentleman, I don't think so. Nah.
Yeah, him being chivalrous, him being chivalrous and all that. Does that have to equate with how much money you actually make?
No, not at all. I think when you get older, if you siphon through a whole bunch of trifling girls, you may just not deal with that bullshit. But I don't say that you're not chivalrous or you're not genuinely nice. It's just that you're not gonna deal with bullshit. So yeah, so no, I don't think that's the case at all. I mean, if you're a guppy, that's a little bit different. I think a lot of guppies are broke, but it's just because I mean, you just gotta be, or that's just your mentality. But I'm not necessarily, not at all.
Rob, what you think, bro? You think that a person that's being generous or a person that's chivalrous equates to him being broke?
Not really. I mean, it's a couple angles you could come from with being chivalrous to begin with, but it's not necessarily being broke. Realistically, motherfuckers is broke. The only thing they generous with is some damn peen. Pause. So like, they only realistically there to share body parts if they broke.
Yeah.
So you gotta have at least a quarter to half of something going for you before you could be chivalrous with like monetary means to begin with, of which, you know, that means that person is doing something that you like that's worth buying into, so to speak. I mean, I know women hate feeling like they're a commodity that can be purchased, but at days end, in a general sense, that's what they let their sisters and stuff get on line and portray that they want. You know, they always want to break a nigga for his pockets and buy me this, buy me that, whatever. So at days end, some people are generally out there getting their ducats in order simply to purchase you. And a lot of broke people just in that lane. That's why, and not realistically, I never really understood why women belittle men that are broke, because I get the hurt when they finally wake up to the realization that they played themselves. But it's like, let the game be the game. It's not our fault he took your car. It was clapping 3, 4, 5 chicks while you was on the clock, you included. It was just a part of the game. The same way, you know, some of them got folks saved this food and light bill and all this extra shit, and they ain't doing nothing. So the game gonna be the game, but I don't really necessarily think chivalry is a broke man sport, so to speak, when it comes to monetarily.
But also, like, I wish that, even though you say this shit, we can say this a million times. Like, women need to stop acting like it's the same thing and they don't get the same outcome. So like, if I've made it and I have money, I'm financially set, and I choose a girl who is not financially set, it's not going to be the same sort of appreciation, like, because that's what a woman wants. That's what they're built for. They like to be taken care of, and I don't understand how women think that it's going to be the same reciprocation on the same side. If a woman has money and she's doing the same shit, it's not going to be the same. Like, I mean, you're gonna get different sort of dudes. I say, if you can get that dude who's really like value, like, oh my god, like almost like, every time you get a gift or some shit and just asking for certain shit, I think you'll get a different type of dude than you want. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think they need to stop doing this whole thing that we're all the same and the way we do shit is gonna have the same outcome, because it's not.
That's fair.
Because a lot of men are nice to you. I'm nice to you. So I want to know outside, like, what, because it had to be something there.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I was being groomed for real. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I was really being groomed. And y'all can say what y'all want to say.
You're not judging you.
That's what I like.
That is the truth. That's what.
We ain't say nothing yet.
No, but it's just like, I feel like in my point in my life, that's where I was in my life. Like, I felt like I was being groomed to cater to him.
For sure.
I just got a couple questions. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, my fault. You've been extremely patient. Go ahead. I'm quiet.
So you said you feel like he groomed you. So I had a few questions. So at 18, when did you guys break up or stop dealing with each other?
When I was 21, turning 22.
So you were with him for about 3 to 4 years, right? I'm curious, how did you upgrade him?
Oh shit!
I think that I kind of like just gave him a different perspective for me. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, like it's not really about, because age don't mean nothing. You can meet people that's old as hell and they don't have they dumb. They don't have no type of. So I think that I gave him a different perspective.
Okay.
He would even say that to me. So I'm just going based off what he said. He would even say that to me. Like, you done gave me a whole different view of life and all, like, and maybe that was just game.
That could be his finesse, yeah.
Yeah, like maybe that was his game.
I'm just curious, like, if you can give me like examples of something you think like tangibly.
Like
what?
You said you
don't
changed
gotta
perspective.
slow
So how did how you change his perspective?
He said that I changed his perspective. He
Well, you
told
also
me,
feel like after you dated him, I upgraded you, and then all these women want you after what I did for you. So, like, if you could give me an example.
But they could see his mind. His mind was different. They could look through his brain and see that she upgraded his mind. That's what you can't tell. What? You don't get it?
I'm not trying to attack you. It's a genuine question.
And then you jump back in the dating pool and say men ain't shit, right?
I never said that, Melly. I never said that.
So would you feeling the way that you're feeling? Would you have jumped back in the dating pool and said that?
No, I've never said that.
I said
I don't jump into the relationship.
Hold on, Melly. I don't want her to move off of this real quick.
Stop
it. Go ahead.
Oh,
stop it.
Hey, bro, he was 18, bro. Like, you grilling him, bro. What the fuck?
No, because it's hard to imagine an 18-year-old girl upgrading a 28-year-old man, but then like when you left, he probably was 32. So I'm like, I'm curious, what could you have possibly really done to a man that age? Like, you don't have no money, you 18, you don't have much knowledge, you 18. You haven't been many places.
I was definitely working.
So that's not what I didn't say. You didn't have a job.
Right.
I said you didn't have no money.
Okay.
What?
Let it go, bro. Let it go, bro. Like,
well, no. Here's the thing: you can't. She's not 18 now, Naeem. So you treating her like she's 18 now. No. This is a story that Akira introduced to the conversation. What we're witnessing is cognitive dissonance. So there's no way you admonish the man by saying that you upgraded him, and then in another breath say he groomed you.
Mm-hmm.
Those two things are diametrically opposed, right? So let's just keep it tall, right? And then you said age don't matter. People could be wise beyond their years. However, when Tamia gave you the bail money about you being 18, you like, yeah, I was just 18. Nah, because remember you just said that you had the wisdom and understanding of somebody older than that, which is what you would be able to bestow on him, right? Ooh. So these things are conflicting when we saying them. So let's just keep it straight, right? Did you actually upgrade him, or was you mad and talking shit to him because he cheated on you?
That's what it was.
So you think it was the fact that she cheated on him, so she just started throwing out shit that she didn't actually believe or didn't actually do. But
yeah. And that's 100% what it was. She didn't think that she actually upgraded. That she just sound better. It just sound like, man, she got that shit that she wanted to make her feel better, like that victim card type shit that she was doing all this for him, and that then, like what she said, that her what she got from it is that he was grooming her. Like, I don't understand this shit, man. I don't understand, like, why can't it never just be you just a shitty ass person? Like, I don't know why that can't never be it. That can never be the goddamn conclusion. It is never, hey man, I don't know how to treat a dude, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought since I had a good job that I can say whatever the fuck I want to say to him, and he should be able to take that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they don't ever come to the conclusion that it is fucking you. That's it.
Want me to be honest with you? Yeah. I don't even believe he was a bum.
Oh,
I don't even believe he was a bum. Now, I do understand that there are some niggas out here that are bums, but I don't believe that he was a bum. I think it's the simple fact that he probably manipulated. Who knows? We don't know his side of the story. We can only go based off of what she's telling us, right? You 18 years old, so that means you was 20. He was 28 years old when you were dealing with him. So we already know that he probably already had a job already, and he was probably putting you on.
That's true.
But the fact of the matter is, you were so in love with him, you fell for this nigga, and so he thought, like, oh, I got this bitch wrapped around my finger, so now I can go and do what the fuck I want to do. But when you found out, now you calling him everything under the board. Now it's, oh, you groomed me. Like, nah, bitch, you weren't groomed. You knew exactly what the fuck you were doing. You knew who you was dealing with. You knew how old this nigga was, and you thought you was doing some shit until that nigga cheated on you because you thought you because you found out that you weren't as special as you thought you were. Simple as that, bro.
I forgot that part. She said she was 18, so it ain't no way. It ain't no way she was like above this dude at 18 years old. It ain't no goddamn way. Yeah, she definitely got her feelings hurt.
Yeah, she was up under him at 18 because at 18, all he was providing was fun for her. So there's no way that he was a bum because he 28, so he finally touching a little bit of extra bread.
Yep.
So if he want to go out to the club or whatever, she was a little fine shit, little arm candy to go out with or whatever. And then, once you actually start getting into your stride, it's a lot of bullshit that you just not gonna deal with no more. So if she start bitching and complaining about little shit, then you go find you a bitch that ain't bitching and complaining that could actually, do all the other extra stuff that you asking.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care if you can hang off the ceiling fan and put that throat on tornado mode. That's fine. But when we cut the lights back on, what else are you good for? Oh, just nagging and bitching? All right, well, shit. You cool after 9 p.m., free nights and weekends like single or wireless, but, during business hours, I need another bitch. So, once she figured out that there was another bitch in the picture, she got mad, and all of a sudden, homie bummy and this and that and the third. And that ain't that, because he just barely starting out on his journey. Shit, for a lot of guys from 18 to about 26, 27, motherfuckers just working jobs to get their Jordans and a bottle or two and fucking money to get in the club or go half on the section with the homies or whatever. A lot of people don't necessarily start taking shit serious till closer to 30, which Buddy was 28, so he reeling in on 30. He starting to buckle down. 18, she's still in her party girl phase. Y'all were just misaligned. That's all it was. Homie wasn't a bum, and I'm not gonna call her one neither. It's just y'all were at two different parts of y'all journey at the time, and that's all that was. But man can't win for winning and can't win for losing either, because no matter what we do, it's always us that get the negative light. Women are just so much angels, and they don't ever do any wrong. It's always the guy. The guy's the demon. So feel bad for Buddy, but I don't really think. I just think there was a miscommunication and misunderstanding at where they were on their journeys at both given times. Their paths weren't parallel, neither did they necessarily intersect.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. Yeah, I think she's just full of shit. This is more like she's throwing shit at the wall that'll stick. I mean, most only people who believe a story like that is one of her girlfriends, and they'll hype her up and say, "Yeah, that was it." Just like when him was trying to ask her questions, like they're like explain how you did this. She can't even fucking explain it. Like it didn't even exist. It's just some shit in your mind. Like I tell you, man, a lot. Like I swear, like a lot of these chicks think it's like Build-A-Bear. You know what I'm saying? You just grab fucking shit from all over the place to fucking make it work, bro. Like it's all like it's crazy, man. None of that shit is fucking aligned to actually make a complete like logical story.
Well, the thing is, the sisterhood is victimhood. So if she went back to her homegirls and told that story or whatever, she had supporting cast to her story that made her feel like that was the truth.
Yeah.
So she's never been challenged on the point to even deep dive to have answers for, somebody like Hamp or the other gentleman that was grilling her the way they were. And that was, I ain't even gonna say grilling, that was some saute. Like that was low heat. It was still on simmer. Like it could get way deeper than rap.
They were taking it real easy on her because I mean they could at least put a little bit of heat on it, but
yeah, man, they ain't even whip out no hot sauce or nothing. So that was that was level 0.5. It ain't even full level 1. Yeah. But that's the thing, is like, a lot of women, they get in these circles, nobody really holds each other accountable. It's just always, oh, men ain't shit, blah blah blah. I mean, you got the whole decentering men and whatnot. And like I'll even ask women that quote unquote hate men sometimes on my social media, like, oh, okay, if you hate men, is your daddy and your fucking brothers magically exempt? Because in my eyes, they some bum ass niggas too. If we gonna say everybody, let's say everybody, because let's face it, a lot of people do not use the word most. They just say everyone, all men. Okay, so since we use it all, your daddy a bum ass nigga, and so is your brothers.
Thanks.
I believe, but hey, bro, I think they'll stay on like it's not on code, but like where they going with that, and they'll probably say, yeah, he ain't shit. Just to be like, yo, what I'm saying is right, because I ain't gonna back down.
And that's perfectly fine. But then when you get in the jam, don't call them neither. Because they not shit. Call your mama, call your sisters,
100%.
call your aunties. Because it's like well, I mean, there's multitudes of videos, but I know there was one that kind of went viral a couple months ago. Well, I think like the middle of last year. This chick got into it with her dude. I think it was her baby daddy. They might have not necessarily been together, but I think it was she got into it with her baby daddy or whatever. And then you know how women like to weaponize men. She called her brothers or something to come handle him. And let's face it, memes are reflections of real life. We the people make the memes.
That's
so when the motherfucker tell you that I spent $700 on this motherfucking Glock, I'm not coming from the shoulders no more. Believe him. We gonna bless you from the wrist. The shoulders is retired.
Straight from the hip.
Her brothers or whatever, they pulled up and they got smoked. And I think he did like a couple months, but they still let him off with self-defense. So now you SOL out on a fucking baby daddy, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to talk to him no more. Your kids, they down 2 uncles. They 0-2 for uncles now. And you ain't got no brothers to call. So when you run into the next person, when you make your next bad decision and choose somebody that really puts you up in the motherfucking cleaners, when they have you up in this motherfucker right here, you ain't got nobody left to call. So
that nigga's crazy.
Gotta get you another crash out.
Oh God, bro. But yeah, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And look, let us know what y'all think about this topic right here. But I know y'all waiting on the main topic of tonight. But before we get there, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. And also, if you support the channel, make sure you hit the super chat, the $ at the bottom of the screen. All right. So make sure you invest in the platform. All right. And listen, we got over 20-some people viewing the channel right now. The views should match the likes. The views should match the likes. So make sure you like. It don't cost you anything. All right. So I want to go ahead and go to this next topic, because this one here is going to be a little lengthy one. But we're going to dissect in between, because there's different points that they talked about. So there's this recent video that has been going viral, with actors like Clifton Powell. You got Luke James in there. Then you got the ultimate beta male of all beta simps, Conscious Lee. You know what I'm saying? And if for those of y'all who know who Conscious Lee is, the one who was out there defending Brick Lady, Rhoda Osmond, really going to bat for her, even though she got found guilty, still going to bat for her. Wild work. But that's neither here nor there. They're having a whole discussion about black men trusting black women. All right, so we're gonna dive into this conversation, and again, sink in. We're gonna dissect this entire. We're gonna break this entire thing down. So there's gonna be parts and segments that we're gonna talk about. All right, so we're gonna start this bitch from the beginning. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out.
I mean, 2025, let's just be real, has been full of some weird shit, some fuck shit. It's been just some strange shit this year, and black people being attacked left and right, our stories, our educational institutions, our safe places, and our power. And that's my thing, I got an organization called Build Power. So I'm really about power, and it's from the legacy of the Black Power movement. And I don't think you can get any closer to power than the person who birthed it.
Right. Yes.
The Black woman, right?
Yes.
A lot of the time, it's Black men that stand in the way of it, right? That get in the way of, what we're supposed to be empowering, what we're supposed to be collaborating with. And so when we're thinking about things like, you know, Sister Song is steeped in reproductive justice. And when we talk about reproductive justice, it's the human right for bodily autonomy. Now, here's the thing. You know, I get into all the academic terms and then I get confused. So we're going to get into it for real about what this means to us, what the human right to bodily autonomy, the human right to have kids, to not have kids, to parent kids in a healthy environment, to set up that environment, and what goes into that actually means to us. And I want to make sure that, you know, the way we're talking about it, other people can understand it, because I know for a fact, if people came to me however many years ago and was like, hey, what you think about reproductive justice? I would have a very confused look on my face. And I'm like, I don't know exactly what that means and how we engage with it, but everybody here comes from a different perspective, a different life, different experiences, and we want to bring that to this conversation. So I know that there's no way to get there without the empowerment of Black women and centering Black women in that power talk, in that power struggle, in that power strategy, in that movement, in our behavior. And what in y'all's eyes does that mean to you? Like, from y'all's experience, what's your connection to or experience with reproductive justice, and what does that actually mean to you? Anybody should kick in.
As a father, you fall deeply in love with parenting, right? And what that means, and understanding the responsibility that it takes. But you also learn, as a father, the mother ends up doing so much more than what you can offer sometimes. And it's just facts. You don't have breasts to feed this baby. You don't have the kind of just natural intellect to kind of carry things. That's why a lot of fathers just say, here you go, I don't know what to do, right? So I think, for one, it's just accepting that, understanding that you are there to help produce and provide, but then there's going to be so much more that you can't, you know, provide. And so just trying to be a support system around whatever your spouse or your girlfriend at the time is choosing to do with their body is something that I've learned over the years. Personal experiences from having to make that decision to have an abortion, you know, with your girlfriend at a young age, to end up feeling like that you didn't have a say-so in it, right? And then understanding as a man where you don't. Once you decide to go into that position and you put your seed into this woman, now that's her decision where to go. You can't say, well, I don't want no baby, or you can't have it. No. You should have thought about that before you go. You know, so teaching my son that, right, and understanding that you have a decision very early on in the process, but later on you don't. And if you decide to go through with it, then you need to be ready to support and provide and do the things that you need to do. So that's kind of been my learning curve over the situation. And then just feeling horrible for, as we was talking off camera, about all the women who've lost their lives in this situation and not being able to have the medicine that they need. And not only around, you know, reproduction and having babies, but even down to like fibroids, right? My wife struggles with that, and Black women not having the information that they need to figure out how to get rid of the fibroids and all those type of things. So whatever we can do to just kind of lean in and learn and listen, that's what I've been like. Same thing. If somebody would have asked me a couple of years ago, I said, oh, I guess my perspective may have been different, but now we're in a time where you really just want to have a different understanding. I teach my son that, you know, and then also my daughter, you know, what decision she has to make before she lays down with somebody, and how it can change your life, right?
So so what are your thoughts on this so far?
Man, this is yeah. I mean, but pretty much what he's saying is you should acknowledge the woman in the beginning. You should acknowledge the woman for what she is built to do. Like you should like praise her for what she's built to do. Like that's kind of crazy to me, because I mean, what we're built to do, you don't really need to. You can acknowledge it, but you don't need to praise it. Like, it is what we do. This is what we're made to do. And the other thing about the whole thing, setting this whole frame up about, you know, if it's pretty much on the man. If both y'all consent to have sex, she know you don't want a kid. She decides, hey, I want to have this kid. It is pretty much up to her, and you pretty much fucked up, and you got to deal with whatever the consequences are. So what consequences could be? Hey, you might not be able to see the kid, but you got to pay that fucking child support. She can put you through whatever the fuck she wants to put you through, without even putting any sort of like responsibility on the woman. Like, that's like what he pretty much just said is, yo, yeah, hey, it is the man's 100% fault that you got if y'all get pregnant. He should have fucking not did what he did if he didn't want to have a kid, which is straight bullshit. I'm about to go just a little bit on this one, but that whole part about that, I hate that shit, man, because I think I said this in another episode, another podcast we had too. Like, just the responsibility. Like, if I knew that I held the most responsibility in a situation that I was going to do, just say, for instance, this, a kid, I would think is the ultimate responsibility. I would going to be stuck with that. That is 100% what's going to happen. I want to be stuck with it, even though it was me and somebody else that contributed and whatever. Like, I'm going to protect myself the most because I'm going to be the one that's stuck with the shit. So, like, I don't understand, like, how the mentality goes with other people to say, hey, you know what, even though you have the most, you're going to have the most responsibility, shit goes south. But, like, you don't really have to protect yourself. You can blame it on someone else, and they would, if they're going to be able to pick up the pieces based on your decision. I don't know, man. Like, if there was a day off the pill, if that could stop STDs 100%, I'll take that shit every time I had sex. It'd be insane why you would not. So yeah, I don't get that part, man.
Rob, you got anything on it?
Well, first of all, since we're talking about black leaders and whatnot right now, I know they split between men and women. I'm gonna just go ahead and say rest in peace to Jesse Jackson.
Yep.
I don't care how people feel, left, right, middle. You know, the man was a voice for a long time. Whether you agree with him, you disagree with him, he fought for what he believed in and died fighting his fight. And we're gonna leave that at that. And then if you don't mind, can you come again with the question that you framed towards what they were talking about right now, Courtney?
So, so I didn't have a question per se, but what I was saying was black men trusting black women in the regards, and that's pretty much just in the title in itself. But if I did have to pose a question, I would ask, do you agree with what he has said so far? This individual right here that we're looking at. Do you agree with everything he just said right now in regards to women and in regards to, you know, their body by choice and just everything that comes with it? The fact that we come from them, everything. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, not to break it down as raw as possible, but all women really are incubators. Men create life, women carry life. If you go into science, your balls generate sperm, oh so many million every 48 to 72 hours. Literally from creation to when it expires and regenerates. Women are born with everything that they're going to have, and you know, once a month it flows out until there's nothing left, and so they have their window. That's another reason why when it gets into all these sex topics and purity and whatever, even though women hate to admit it, that's another reason men, they don't get that deep into the brass tacks, but that's why body count and all this other stuff matters.
Right.
We don't know what traumas you've been through. We don't know, you know, who you've been sharing your genetics with. Like, I'm sorry, the reason why I couldn't necessarily have a child intentionally and willingly with somebody that already has children is, I don't know if your last baby daddy was retarded. I don't want my kid to have stupid siblings.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of different things that they just don't factor in because even though it's 2026, there's a vast majority of people that are still living in survival. They haven't even figured out how to maintain a level of comfortability to switch over into thriving. So with him, I could kind of rock with the majority of what he's saying, but not everything. And when it comes to the fibroids and stuff, that's all stress induced. So that's another thing where we get with women. Well, I'm not gonna say all, the majority of your body's reactions have to do with the levels of stress that you put your body through. And black, they like fighting everything on a larger scale. And when you're always in a fight mode, your body too, when it runs out of negative things to fight, it starts fighting positive, and that's where you end up with fibroids and all this other stuff. You literally just attacking yourself from the inside out. So if women would step back and quit all this bullshit, I don't need a man and all this other stuff, and actually see what the benefits are to having a solid individual with you, because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of men that shouldn't be chosen, but a lot of women waste their early years with those type of men. So then when they run into the men that they were supposed to be with, they get written off because, you know, nobody's damaged goods, but you put yourself in the arena to where you're viewed as if you are damaged goods. I mean, you could, so not everybody jumps that far off the cliff to where, you know, they're not savable, but it's like, okay, well, hey, if you knew that Shorty was with Dirty Dick Tyrone and Buddy stayed in and out the clinic, y'all hoop together, whatever, and every time you see him, you know, y'all playing pickup games, a homie calling timeout because it done hit 4 p.m. and he got to go take his meds or whatever on the sideline. You see that, and the Shorty even sneezed on Buddy once, you like, you cool and all, like, you know, we gonna look at you the same way we look at Halle Berry and all these other people, like, you know, you a baddie from afar, but I can't lay with you. I can't do shit. So that's where they not understanding. They like, oh, well, I'm a baddie. Yeah, you a baddie. That motherfucker ass fall off the bone. We like when you twerking, but I'm sorry. If you need to 4 for 4 from Wendy's, I got you. But cuddle? Hell no.
Yeah.
He was with that motherfucker. Everything catchable.
What I need them to say too, because he said something critical in regards to, and it kind of, I don't like using the word, but I'm gonna use it for the sake of this conversation. The word triggered, right? It triggered me just simply because we don't come from we come from women per se, but no, we don't. Women come from us, right? They came from our real, you know. And for those of y'all who want to question that, just go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 21 through 23. And it'll tell you everything of how women came about, right? So this whole idea, now mind you, I want to be clear about this. And Marcus said it, Marcus pinpointed, he said, listen, I'm not going to praise you for what God created you to do. If anything, I'll praise God for that. Like, hey, I thank you for allowing this woman to be able to procreate with me and be able to have a healthy child. Great, that's phenomenal, right? But what I'm not going to do is put you on a pedestal. I'm not going to put you above me. Because I'm here we are naturally here to protect y'all goofy asses. So why the fuck would I put you ahead of me? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my goddamn life. I've never seen a situation where there's a woman who's out here protecting men. And I mean as a whole. Yeah, we got instances, yeah, but the exception don't make the rule. And then if you want to talk, you know what, I ain't gonna take it that far because we're gonna get there. But that's my piece right now.
Even then, if you want women to protect men, then women got to stop being greedy and start sharing the men. If you want to look at the animal kingdom, it'd be one dude with 7 to 9 shorties. And you know, when he on the back end of his life and he get bullied by one of his sons, that's who takes over the pride.
That's facts.
So, you know, they be looking at all this poly and stuff for sex, which is fine. The first world in general, the Western world, is freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond that. And I'm not necessarily promoting one thing or the other. Courtney brought up the religious aspect, which trumps science. I just brought it to you from science. Men create sperm in their balls every 72 hours. Y'all were born with all y'all eggs and y'all spit them out once a month.
Same concept. It's the same concept.
Who really creating something? We gotta drop the fresh batch off in your ass, and then you hold it for 9 months. And then you know, we meet after the fact, and then like, all right, cool. Since we both went half on this, let's take care. So I think another thing too that we not really over that we really overlooking is since women want to promote therapy and all this other stuff so much. When y'all go to therapy, how about you tell your therapist to quit to unfuck your mind so that y'all can quit bullying these men into being little bitch ass niggas to where they think that y'all run everything. Because that's not how it is. Because to me, I see that as a cancer in itself, where we came from women and blah, like even Tupac, some of that shit that boy was on was some bitch ass shit. I'm just calling it.
Ooh, you said something.
No, I'm just hey.
We
gonna keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck. But you know what? Before we cook too much on this break, we're gonna get back into it.
It's incumbent upon you to have that information if your desire is to be a father, is to understand the woman's point of view and the things that they go through. We think of a lot of things that we go through, our upbringing, not having a father or having a father, all our experiences, and the dream of being a father, you know, and having a son or a daughter, and what kind of father you want to be. All of that comes to mind, but before inception, those thoughts never came to me in the sense of what she would go through. You know, how would I handle being in a waiting room and being told something and not knowing the information? Who do I lean on? All those things that come to mind that happen when you're in the delivery room or the process of having a baby or having a healthy delivery and all of that stuff. And then, you know, I think it's absolutely important for us to have these types of conversations and have these thoughts leading up into the idea and actualizing fatherhood. You know, I think we center ourselves, you know, the patriarchy of it all, we center ourselves, you know, we're the ones that make it happen.
And I want to say something. I was raised by women.
Right.
And I ran into some brothers a couple of years, last year, when
Not
we were running for election, who felt like Kamala couldn't lead.
Correct.
I said, but your mother ran the house.
Right.
And my mother tragically died when I was 4.
Come on.
Pause.
Not that boy Pinky. Come on.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCount.
Go ahead, Morgan. Get your shit off, bro.
No. You go ahead. No, I'm not saying not OG though, bro. I didn't know he was that bad. No, you go ahead, man.
Fam. Now is where I'm gonna get religious. I get it. It's 1,000,001 religions out there. You do what you do. You be atheist. You be whatever the fuck you want to be. It's perfectly fine. Just be a good human.
Right.
Right is right. Wrong is wrong.
Right.
At the end of the day, just be a good fucking human.
Right.
As far as it comes for me, my grandfather was a bishop. That's who I grew up around. I done read the Bible cover to cover a couple times. There's instructions in there. The Bible is like an instruction manual with lessons. It shows you how things can go if you do this positive choice. It shows you how things can go if you do this negative choice. And it even leaves some things up to interpretation. No, buddy over here talking about he was raised by women and blah, blah, blah. The woman does not fucking lead the fucking house. I am sorry. Now, due to the fact that we have a high influx of single moms, and you know, like I said earlier, women in survival mode that don't necessarily care to do what they're doing, but they have no other motherfucking choice. That is why they lead the household. Ain't nobody else in that bitch. Now, when you're in the ideal situation, man and woman, even if y'all not married, even if that's your baby daddy, but y'all ain't beefing and y'all gonna ride it out, y'all don't believe in marriage or whatever. Technically, once you get pregnant for somebody, you married anyway. So a lot of y'all women that got 5, 6, 7 kids, you really in 5, 6, 7 fucking marriages if it's different dads. But we can cross that bridge on another day. The man is to protect and provide. A part of that provision is a list of instructions as to what the fuck he wants you to do when he's not physically there. You're not leading the house. You're taking instruction and you're playing a role. You're being a manager, so to speak. The CEO has gone off to go get some food. Go get some water. Go get some means to where y'all can eat and survive or whatever. And while you're here holding this down, you're the accountant. We need you to run the financials. We need you to run, whatever at home. You're like the front desk in the apartment complex. You might not live in all the units, but you're responsible for the units being cleaned and available and the maintenance orders and all that. Whatever. You're not necessarily running the shit. Anybody can do what the fuck you're doing.
Yep.
You're just actually elected at this point in time. So I really dislike when people say, "Oh, ran the house" or whatever. And it's no beef against Kamala. You could do whatever the fuck you do. But if we gonna get a woman to run a country, we have to be out of our fucking emotions and use some fucking logic and find one that actually can do something and is not fighting their way out of a wet paper bag. The bitch did 45 interviews and you can line them up all next to each other. She said the exact same fucking thing every time. She was a fucking robot. So no, I don't need a bitch just being controlled to lead me. You can't.
Want to hear something wild though? And I don't even think most people would even catch this. He said, you know how he talked about the patriarchy, right? How they're talking about the patriarchy right now.
Mm-hmm.
But Clifton Powell also said he was raised by nothing but women.
Mm-hmm.
That's a matriarchal society that he lived in.
Yeah.
So if we take that on a smaller scale,
so he should be silent.
We get a great idea of what it would look like if this world was ran on a matriarchal society, or shit, let alone an egalitarian society, right?
Mm-hmm.
The women who typically raise their children, they end up becoming degenerates for the most part. And the statistics back that up. Now, I can use the same thing when it comes to men in regards to patriarchal society. What has happened? The children tend to end up being more successful, being more contributing members to society. So even if on a smaller scale, we want to use what's beneficial, the patriarchy or matriarchy, we can look at it from that standpoint and it'll tell you everything that you need to know right there. So if you can't even handle your household, what in the fuck makes you think you can handle the world?
But see, another thing that they fail to miss. Oh, my bad. You about to go, Marcus? Go ahead.
No, I wasn't going. I want to go. No, you got it.
Another thing that they fail to realize is the reason most men put a lot of weight and blame and whatever the fuck you want to title it as on women's shoulders in regards to just men and women dynamics is because of people like that. You was raised with your mama and a bunch of fucking aunties.
Yep.
I didn't mean to fucking discredit Pac. I like Pac, but hey, let's face it. Some of the shit that he was saying in them songs was some bitch ass shit.
Oh, he was emotional as fuck.
And that's where I was driving at.
Yeah.
Y'all raised the emotional bitch ass niggas that y'all don't want to deal with. So when you go out there and you get a dude and he all in his feelings, or even when y'all don't raise him, y'all will try and get a quote unquote alpha male to be a little bitch ass motherfucker. Because now you want him to open up and tell me how you feeling. Let's go to therapy. Oh my God, babe, we need counseling. No, bitch, you need to shut the fuck up, sit down and listen.
And they'll use like a Kanye West as like before is like an example of someone was raised by a single mother. But we all can see that motherfucker's a train wreck.
And I apologize to Kanye because you can watch this right now, but you was a bitch ass nigga too.
Oh, he's a fucking straight train wreck. I mean, talented as fuck, but can't control his emotions.
You gotta call a spade a spade. You gotta call a spade a spade.
Yeah, like I ain't choose the name unbiasedly raw for no reason. I love the music. I love the bodies of work. Yeezys, they did what they did. They changed the culture. I like, all these industries. But you ain't even take your own. You had a song called Gold Digger, and you talking about, oh, she broke up and left you for a rich nigga or whatever, or when he get on, he leave with a white girl, and your bitch ass did the same shit. You got on and went with the Kardashians. You can't tell me Chocolate Coochie ran out in the hood.
Hey, that's a fact.
So miss me with the bullshit. Corey Holcomb, love him to death, but you sponsor the degeneracy too. It's a lot of people, and it's like, not to drag AD into this, Anton Daniels, but when he was hitting on something back in the day, all of y'all let the shit fly over y'all head when he was like, the black culture is degenerate, and a lot of the shit that it puts on the forefront doesn't move us forward in a positive light. That's all Buddy was really trying to get at. And then, because your favorite rapper got grouped into it, or your favorite fucking football player or whatever, y'all got emotional like the fucking women. Until today, y'all still can't stand on logic and be like, hey, yes, we praise the King Vons for standing on business and getting your get back or whatever. But at the end of the day, you killed one op for you. It's 15 people in his family that got to deal with that.
That's facts.
You killed one person. You created 6-7 killers because now they focus on get back because of the degeneracy, crab in the bucket mentality of the areas that we living in. So yeah, it's fine to defend your honor, stand on business, whatever, on one end. But on the other end, look at what you creating. Y'all ain't never seen somebody come out the hood and become a doctor, and then 6-7 niggas was like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to school to be a doctor. But let a motherfucker rob a bank. Y'all motherfuckers been a stolen Escalade, masked up, and got fucking on drill mode by next week. Like, oh, so that's all you got to do to get away? All right, say less. So we're going to get these ski masks off Temu. We're going to get these high points. Hopefully it don't jam. We just going to oil it up with some olive oil or something. And y'all on some dumbass crash out mission on some negative shit. Niggas don't ever fucking get together for no positive shit. And I sit on these pods and be like, oh, we need to bring community back and, start building each other up, and motherfuckers be crickets.
Thanks.
Then y'all watch us four brothers. I mean, I know Mac, he didn't make it on tonight, but y'all watch us four brothers trying to build something out the mud. Then y'all get up here trolling in the chat saying dumbass shit. But hey, I digress. We still got more video to go, so we're gonna let it rock.
Yeah, that bitch cooking, huh? You see, no game.
But my sister who raised me was a gangster. Could take $1 and balance the budget like in 25 minutes, $100. So I think that in order to trust Black women, we gotta kind of like, I think you and I were talking about, or no, I was talking to my driver on the way over about holding yourselves accountable. 81% of people don't talk, and Black men have to talk to the women. And a lot of the women, and it's not 80% of 81% of women, it's 81% of people don't talk. So I think it starts with a dialogue. But I can personally tell you, I can't imagine walking around with another person inside of me. And I think that we have to yield to women.
Pause,
and I don't think the government can tell you if you were raped. I mean, they're talking about if you were raped or molested, that you have to have that child. I don't think the government should have any say in that. Along with women having a choice of their bodies, we also have to teach our daughters and sons how to be responsible. Not rely on the plan B, because abortion shouldn't be used just so you can all go out and have a good time. Right. Because we walk away, but women have to deal with the body, the changing your body. It's so much. I tell my girl all the time, I couldn't do it. Just having a menstrual cycle. I would say, God, can y'all let mine come every
hold on,
year?
1 second.
I can pay somebody once a year.
I mean, this shouldn't even be brought up in a conversation. We have no clue how it is to do that, because our bodies were never made to do that. So you can't say I not that we would want to, but what I'm trying to say is like we can't just jump in the mind and say I could never have that happen. That just doesn't make any fucking sense, because we're men. Of course, it's not gonna happen. That's not something that's supposed to happen. Like that is just that is just fucking insanely crazy to even think about. You're trying to jump into the mind of something, or like in the body of another person that we're not built to even experience. So I mean, most women, the shit he's talking about, a lot of women say it's beautiful. A lot of women said it's the best thing that they're ever proud of, and it was the best time in their lives giving birth to their kids and that whole process.
That is trauma.
It's bullshit to say this type of shit that a lot of women will say that it was the best time in their lives, and then you try to flip it around and say that you couldn't imagine it because it's fucking terrible. Like, so Yeah, I mean, no, I just want to go in that little part there because that is just fucking stupid, man.
And I'll draw off of that though. So now when, like I said, we on the internet. There's a lot of people who just bounce off personal opinions. Feel how you feel. Y'all could battle with us in the chat, or if y'all catch the restream, we can talk in the comments. A lot of women say that the pregnancy is a beautiful thing. That's because a lot of women just feel like they're ignored by society, and the only time they get attention is when they're pregnant. Once a woman gets pregnant, if she has a community, a village around her, or she actually picked a half decent baby daddy, or she has a good husband, that person or those group of people are at her beck and call. Anything that she wants, boom, 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 back to back, she gets it. If she sneezes wrong, oh my God, you good? They rolling out the red carpet. She don't get that on a day-to-day basis. So the only time she feels seen the way she wants to be seen is when she's pregnant. When your stomach flat, you got a strong back and you able-bodied and you like, oh, can you help me? Bitch, you got hands too. Pick it up your damn self. You don't see me with this other shit over here? But when she's pregnant and you got 50 bags and she wants you to pick up bag 51, you're like, all right, you know what? Go sit down, go catch your breath, whatever. I got this.
Yeah, don't do nothing. You're good.
And, it's not a positive or negative, but it's just, a lot of them are just the attention that they really want. They want to be coddled and held like a baby. They get that special baby bird, can't fly yet in the nest treatment when they're pregnant. So that's why they're like, oh, pregnancy is a beautiful experience. You get a couple that like pain. I mean, you got them shorties that got 50,000 tattoos. So, they like the labor. I mean, I don't watch the coochie stretch before. That shit is scary as hell. Like,
that shit wild.
I'm supposed to go back in it after this? Like, you telling me that I'm hitting the back? Because after that motherfucker came out, I don't know if there's nothing left on the table.
Give him the extra stitch.
Hey, man. All I'm going to say is the human body is an amazing device.
It is.
But to reel it back in and be serious, though, it's like a lot of them, they love it because they love the attention that comes with it. If they could get that same level of attention without going through that process, I promise you a lot of them would even skip that process to begin with. And, you got the women that they play 5, 6, 7 men at once, and they get that level of attention, and them the ones that chew Plan Bs like Flintstone vitamins. So it just all depends. You can either lose your moral code on a public setting and just, become the ran through and get the attention that way, or you can still be precious or whatever in the eyes of a few, and you just know once your stomach swell up, you get the attention that you want. So then they say that they like that process. My opinion.
Because I watched my girl go through the changes emotionally, and not just physically, but it's a lot of shit women go through. So I think men, honestly, need to sit down, shut the fuck up. Right. It's a lot that we don't see because,
man, get this man out the conversation.
If you weren't raised that way, you don't know. It's like you listening to you guys trying to be good husbands. But the women gotta let us in, and we can't tell them what to do. And I think this government has to step down.
Hey, man, pause this shit, man. We not gonna make it through this video, man.
No. Hey, man, this is Sim University over here, bro.
This on God it is. This man needs to go teach fucking simple logistics at Harvard.
Oh, bro, he ain't the worst. He ain't the worst one.
Every 2 sentences is worse than the last 4.
He wild, bro.
That's why you said other motherfuckers open their mouth. Shit.
So I'm supposed to put my life on the line for a bitch and do all this extra shit. And I ain't supposed to have no say so. I'm supposed to just sit the fuck down and shut up.
That's the problem right now. Nobody got no fucking say so. That's where
ain't no backbone. Ain't got no backbone.
That's the problem right there, bro.
Man, he finna have me back in the cleaners. Where my cleaners at? Shit,
putting them back in the cleaners. I'm telling you, wow, in the streets, boy.
Women are the first wonder of the world, despite what's said. It's the first wonder.
Exactly.
That's the only thing outside of God that I know that creates.
Yes.
First and foremost. The issues that we have.
Can we pause this again?
The woman knows before we know.
I done told y'all before. Courtney brought up the Bible. I brought up science. Whatever other religion or discipline of theory and fact you want me to research, put it in the comments, put it in the chat. I'll go look into it. Women do not create, they carry. Men create. Y'all need to, if y'all gonna get raised in the matriarchy and whatever, and I understand everybody love mama more than dad because that's who you see more because she in the house and he not. I get it. But let's stop fucking creating our own weird ass facts that don't fucking exist. Women don't create shit. The same women that hate men and talking about get rid of men and all men belong in the casket because I done seen y'all little bitch ass TikTok lives y'all got going on. Pretty intellectual and the rest of y'all just to drop some names. Since we on one tonight.
Oh shit, we on one today. Uh-oh.
Y'all want to get rid of men and all that, then cool. Go bump your little fuzzy ass coochies to the end of the earth, but y'all can't produce it unless somebody drop dick off in you. Y'all don't create, y'all carry. I don't know why y'all keep telling y'all sons this dumbass shit, but that ain't how it is. And to the people in the chat worried about, well, not worried, but they're inquiring as to who's married, who's not. Yes, we have people on the panel that are married, and we have people that came from 2-parent households. I came from a single mother household, and I'm still telling you that that's some bullshit. And I wasn't going back then. So we need to, if we're gonna go to school and become educated, not indoctrinated, because a lot of y'all niggas going to school to become indoctrinated. If we gonna be educated, let's actually focus on the topics at hand that are being taught. And if you don't want to believe anything, you can cross-reference multiple things and still see that they all come to a middle ground. Religion will tell you that men create and women carry. Science will tell you that shit. I ain't studied Buddhism. I ain't studied the Quran. I ain't did all the other stuff. I have friends that are along those lanes. If I need them to elaborate some things from their perspectives on those, I can go do the research. But I'm pretty sure it's going to come back to square one. So y'all need to stop the bullshit. When y'all have these conversations, leave that moist ass shit in the closet. Let's use our logic. Let's use real life. 2 dogs, you can own 2 female dogs from now till the end of the world. You ain't never going to get no puppies. A male dog got to come and run all through that motherfucker and get stuck till they bark and separate. I understand. I do not advocate for women getting taken advantage of, getting overpowered, and having to deal with the consequence of whatever became of that for the rest of their lives. So when it comes to certain laws and whatnot, when it comes to laws with women, I do believe a couple level-headed women should be in the room to be like, oh, hey, I get what you're saying, but from a human perspective, this shouldn't be. So yes, you know, being overpowered and ran into and released into and having to bring to term the effects of that, I don't personally believe in that. That's just wild to me, because now you're looking at something that, you know, it wasn't created with love, and that's another problem in itself. You got 10, probably 15% of the population right now that are products of that. They didn't grow up with love. They grew up frustrated or whatever, and they grew up to be fucking menaces in the street too. But all this shit where everybody like, oh, create women. No, y'all need to come over to Benton Bar and watch this shit. And if y'all got beef with this shit, y'all free to fucking get the link and cam up, and we can go toe to toe on the platform about it. But all this bullshit, I don't give a fuck how much money y'all got collectively on that table that y'all sitting at. Y'all spewing a lot of bullshit, and it's not helping anybody. But we can get back into it.
That's a fact.
No, whether or not life should be brought into earth, brought here, or if it should be aborted. They deserve to have that right for the simple fact of America does not allow us to run a system the way we should as a family. Men don't understand. You may be the leader, but you might not be the provider. Do you know how to lead if you are not the provider? In the midst of trying to figure it out, we coming from a whole bunch of systematic. It's been constructed for us to be the way that we are, to think that we are. That's not how it was
And
programmed.
then talk about that program I mentioned where they took they paid to take black fathers out of the house.
And then from there, me and Cliff was talking about that. When it started with the Section 8, women were able to take care of the kids without the man being in the house, which gave her the mindset that I can be the leader because I have to be the provider. And then after that, it was the crack epidemic, which guys started using or they was going to prison. Regardless, we stayed out of the house. Now it's social media. And the thing is, we were always here to protect the black women. And if you ever seen the movie Sparta, men were actually the leaders, but the leader knew how to lead because he still trusted the woman with the gift that God gave her, which was intuition and discernment. And if you knew how to treat your woman and she knew how to love and that stress was off her, it allowed y'all to operate as a family unit to be able to trust her so she can be able to trust you. Once you realize how powerful that woman is, a lot of us run around, and even for myself, I struggle with being monogamous because I didn't understand the value of the woman. But once you put a woman next to God, would you play with God the same way? And if you knew what you possessed as powerful, I don't think that we would run around with the promiscuous mindset of thinking it's okay because we want to look at women the way that we are downplayed the thing of how they are.
So I'm
real quick though. I think that there's something I think that's really dope that you started with is around women being the first close to God, right? Like, because that's a fact. And talking about creation, talking about creating, talking about, because I do think people talk about the human race all the time, and it started with blah 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 blah. It started in Africa, started in Africa with a black woman, right? And so I do think the closest you could get to power, the closest you could get to life creating circumstances and is with the black woman.
I wonder, yes.
But also just want to ground us in, when we talk about reproductive justice, it's not just about birthing, right? It's not just about having a kid. And it's about, when we talk about bodily autonomy, it's about, we all want the right to control our bodies. I don't want nobody telling me what to do with my body, right? And that is a right that expands even beyond having a kid, right? And fostering that environment to be able to raise folks. And when we talked about like the village, right? And that it takes a village to raise a kid. It wasn't like, okay, all these people on the block got a responsibility. It was actually, you understood that kid that every decision that goes into raising that kid, teaching that kid how to move, teaching that kid how to communicate, it forms their future, but it also affects everybody in the village, right? And so everybody had a responsibility to make sure that that person and the people that were raising that kid had what they needed, had the healthiest environment and things, to make sure that everyone is okay, that we all can live the life that we deserve, right? And so, I do want to also make sure that, I ain't got no kids, just so I can't talk about, a father, but there are fathers at this table. I also got 25 nephews and nieces. I'm over here. You know what I'm saying?
I would say, listen, bro, I need y'all to stop doing that. For those of y'all who don't got kids, you don't have, just because you got nieces and nephews don't mean you're taking care of them 24/7. So just because you got an idea or you see what's going on, you still don't know what's going on. I got nieces and nephews. Nigga, that don't mean nothing. That don't validate you or give you the credentials at all. Stop doing that shit. Cool, you can have it. You can have the conversation. Have the conversation, that's fine. Just like, just like Kiki, she wanted to ask us if somebody on here was married. It really don't matter. If you got something logical to say and it makes sense and it can move the needle forward, then it don't matter if you're married or not. If it makes sense, it makes sense, regardless if you're married or not. And same thing with this guy. If he doesn't have kids or he does have kids and he says something that makes sense and it moves the needle forward, then all right, then say what you got to say. You don't have to validate yourself in that way. I hate, stop doing that. Stop trying to validate yourself. Just have a conversation. Because a lot of times when people try to invalidate you, that they're trying to find a way to say, nah, I ain't listening to you because you don't even do this, you ain't even doing that, you ain't even got this. So nah.
Yeah,
But
nah,
I get it though, but fuck.
Nah, I agree with you. I don't that makes no sense with like to say like you said, she asked if anyone else is married. So if we're not married, we don't have, you know, the brain power to give our opinion on relationships. I mean, you gotta give you in a relationship before you get married. And then also like everyone that's in a relationship ain't doing it right. So like that or in a marriage they ain't doing it right. So what the fuck does that have to do with shit? That don't mean nothing. I mean, so yeah, I mean, yeah, bro. That's great. But you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Most time that will be a woman's criteria. You can only speak on some shit like that if you got this going on. You got that badge. You got this going on. It ain't like, yo, you're not even listening to conversation. You just hearing about like what sort of credentials I got. People, I mean, shit. You heard the lady on the other day, like on the fucking when dude was grilling about can a biological man have a child? And she fucking went all around the goddamn block. She's a fucking doctor, bro.
Yeah.
She's a fucking legit doctor. Like you crazy. I mean, come on, man. Sometimes you gotta use that common sense, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, common sense ain't sold in vending machines, so it ain't common.
Shit, I wish it was. It'd probably be a lot better.
Yeah, I agree, boy.
I got strategy over here. But there's perspectives from all on this table from every angle of it, and I do want to go back to and you know we can go wherever you wanted to go, whatever you wanted to say, but I do want to talk about that you know, like you said, the government shouldn't be involved. Keeping in mind that this is a government that was steeped in what they call white supremacy. I like to call white delusion, right? You know what I'm saying? It was the same thing, right? And the
they don't want to believe that they came from a black woman.
Yeah, and the definition.
Becky, you came from a black woman.
Well, the definition of you know masculinity, the definition of what we do with our bodies and how we define a government's role in that came from that corrupt standpoint, that corrupt perspective. So I 100% agree that the government shouldn't have anything in mind. But where did you want to go with that?
Well, I think one of the things that I think helps, I believe, with women's right in terms of their sexual reproduction is the relationship that we have with the black man. I heard a psychiatrist when I was on one of the panels say that African-American men and women are suffering from 450 years of post-slavery PTSD.
Yes.
So one of the things that I love about this thing right here is that the next one I want to see is black men and black women sitting down together and talking about how do we learn to exist in peace. And I say that because I'm saying this, and a lot of times I have to catch myself. It's emotional. I grew up with a lot of violence around. My father, when he drank, I seen him knock women. My father fight a baby. He was just off. He was mentally off from the oppression of this culture that broke him. And, you know, so we were born, a lot of us were born into that, our fathers, and we're trying to break those cycles. So somehow that ties into me to women's reproductive choices in terms of having a baby with a guy that's comes from a broken family. Now the baby coming in with a broken family and bam, 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 and the mother's asking the father for support. And like, yo, I ain't asked you to have that motherfucking baby. You know, that ain't shit. I don't even know if that's that mother. I mean, there's so many levels to this that make women cower or not want to talk, you know, or be the victim of one guy shot his baby mama and the kids the other day. It's so I think we got to attack that from not just right now in this racist culture that we're seeing with this administration, but also from a generational standpoint.
For sure.
I don't have the historical.
So everybody can feel how they feel, right? And I get it. I ain't saying feel one way or the other. But just because somebody's the same hue as you does not mean that they have the same mentality, goals, drive, or whatever as you. Kamala's not black. per the American definition of what black would be, per African American standards, she's not black. So we gotta stop the bullshit.
And that's fucked up that you even have to say, you have to explain it that way. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
just
I get what you're
saying.
saying.
So
No,
we gotta stop the bullshit. Now, do a lot of white people use Donald Trump as a golden ticket, so to speak, to get their dumbass stress off? Yes. Does Trump shut them down when they do dumb shit in his name? No. So I understand how stuff gets roped together.
Right.
But zoom all the way the fuck out and be objective. And put 5 instances of Trump being racist, not classist, not narcissistic, racist. Put that shit in the chat right now. Okay, we can talk about the Central Park 5. Trump didn't put them motherfucking dudes in jail. God bless their soul. Trump had enough money to make that front page news that swayed public opinion that landed them there, but the prosecutors and the judges and whatnot put them in there. The 12, whatever the fuck you call them people that, I forget, the jury, whatever, them 12 people, they put them motherfuckers in there.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you cook. Let me just throw this piece in here too. It's the same thing. What Trump did in that situation is the same thing what people do every single day. He judged them based off the court of public opinion, but he had money behind him to do it.
And he had enough money to sway a lot of people to go the way that he was thinking.
Yep.
That's wrong as fuck.
Yep.
I'm not gonna back him on that.
Facts.
But in the same strength, if we want to go bar for bar like it's battle rap and see who won the round, Kamala has single-handedly put more black people in jail. If we're gonna just speak on jail alone, she has single-handedly put more black people in jail than that man has. Now, if we want to go back, y'all crying about these Epstein files. Y'all failing to realize Trump got beef with fucking Epstein, and he's the reason that these files was even brought up to begin with. They done fell out well beyond 2 decades. And Trump was like, if it's up forever. Is he in files? Yes, but we need to dissect where what falls.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the business community, a lot of people shake hands and rub shoulders. So just because they was at the same banquets and everything doesn't mean that, you know, they was all on the same type of time when they left those places in those spaces. Right. And this is how last week when we was talking about the stuff, I told Ashley when she was up here, I haven't gone through them to dissect them myself. I can't take people's word as for what's in there until I read it, because a lot of people can read a lot of things, but comprehension be off. I done watched in real time people read things, and in the way that they fucking take it with their logic be far off from what it is. And I'm not saying that I read things and I'm any better. Everybody's comprehension just is different.
Hey, Mom, before I let you cook, Marcus, or Raw. Hey, yo, Fish Guru, if you want us to answer that question, bro, you got to put a super chat in there, man. You got to put a super chat.
And then I'll just wrap it up so Marcus can get some mic time. But between those things, right? So now if we get back into Trump, there are a lot of people, I'm not going to act like it's media that's making him be called racist or whatever. I even have people in my family that since the Central Park 5 and not running into people in the 80s and all this other stuff didn't rock with Trump. And they called him racist or whatever. And realistically, you're in a country where you're nothing but a number. Until you can create a way for you to stand out, you're just a number. And that's where some of these programs that they were talking about in this conversation come from. If you get taken advantage of and your stomach swells up as a result, you can't get rid of it because we need that number to go out. That's why you have a social security number. You are a metric in a bigger scale. You are a metric to a bigger piece of a puzzle.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up because they not giving you enough to turn that that person, that creation, into a proper functioning piece of society. They just want the number because there's a lot of finessing that goes on in the back end. I'm not going to deep dive into that because that's going to have to be a show on itself, of which that'll probably be something we'd have to drop in the Patreon or whatever, because once you start deep diving into some shit, I doubt YouTube gonna let us leave that video up on Front Street.
Facts.
But what I'm driving at is, when it comes to Kamala, it's not that people don't have this thing where they just hate women so much that women can't lead. It's just a lot of y'all have a veil on to where y'all want something so bad that y'all let this veil block you to where y'all just want to throw anybody in there. And a lot of people that are logical are just like, nah, we don't mind certain pieces being on the puzzle board, but this one right here is defective. No.
It's a no, for sure.
Trump, that man was hood hero forever. Matter of fact, I just seen something the other day. I think it was Uncle Luke was walking some shit back. It's like, oh yeah, I done partied with Trump multiple times. It was never any underage kids or whatever. Because now that, people is coming out in them files or whatever, everybody over there trying to save face. So now all y'all motherfuckers were silent until you realize, oh, okay, this shit could be knocking on your front porch too. Now you trying to clean up and save face. When I was a kid, I found it weird with beauty pageants. There's a story I gotta send to you, Courtney. If you want to cover it, you can cover it, or we can cover it next week. Okay. There's a lady, I think it was in California maybe, but she was from Utah. She had a daughter in a cheer competition. The daughter didn't get the place that the mom felt she should get. She killed the daughter and herself.
Huh?
Why is your kid in a chair competition to begin with, knowing that weird ass people fucking be out there looking at these people in these uniforms?
Yeah.
My daughters want to do a chair, and I'm like, you know what? My wife had to sit me down and was like, look, I was a cheerleader and blah blah blah. And it ain't really what you. I'm like, all right, well, if you're comfortable with it, I might leave the safety off, but just know, motherfucker get to staring too long, I might light these bleachers up.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a lot of weirdos out there. Because when I was a kid, I'm like, why do you have beauty pageants and motherfuckers be 6-7 years old? I'm outside playing in the sandbox, and this motherfucker got a full face of makeup on in front of these judges as old as hell, talking about, oh, XYZ, and you didn't look this. That is a kid.
Hold on, was that John Benet Ramsey thing that happened way back in the day? Is that which one you talking about?
Oh yeah. Tomorrow, she's one of the most beautiful women.
She was a kid that was in a beauty pageant that got killed.
No,
No.
This one is recent. It's a white lady from Utah.
Okay.
And they went to a chair competition, and I'm guessing they probably took an L. They didn't get a medal or a trophy or whatever. And as a result, the mom was so off the rocker, off the kid. And obviously, accountability comes with you taking a life. She probably ain't want to face the accountability. She offed herself.
Of course she did.
Oh, yeah.
But my thing is, let kids be kids. Just because we was robbed as our childhoods, depending on what walk of life we came from or whatever, doesn't mean that we got to continue that cycle, which is exactly what some of them at the round table right here were saying. You're supposed to do better for the future. Why are you parading kids? Kids shouldn't have makeup on.
Facts.
A lot of these grown-ass women shouldn't have makeup on, but I'm not going to tell a grown person that's stuck in their ways what to do. A lot of women look more ugly with their face beat than they do with it washed. And I'm going to just keep it 100. A lot of them put that clown face costume on and look worse than if they wash their face. And then they wonder why when their hair is nappy and they in their sweats at the corner store, more men holler at them than when they dress up for that banquet and got their face beat in that damn silk red dress. Because we finally get to see you, not who the fuck we ain't trying to see your favorite Pokemon.
Right.
We trying to see you. And that's when we get to see you when you nappy and you probably ain't brush your teeth and you thought you could just sneak in and get some toothpaste real quick and run back home. And it's like, nah, run me your number first, sis. But yeah, let's get back into it because this shit long and it's gonna be more spots to speak on.
Cool. Information, man. That's why I'm a listener, man. I'm a great listener. But you know, when I hear, you know, from your generation, your perspective, and your perspective, and everybody's, you know, perspective in the sense that as we get into it, I feel like we let women down in that regard. We didn't stand on business. And
what you mean by that?
I just feel like we let depression wear us down. Fathers let depression wear them down and beat them down, take them out of the house, and therefore
they forced them out of the house.
Forced them.
No, they had a program. They forced them out.
They
didn't leave the house.
I feel that. I understand that. I can't. But ain't nobody gonna make me leave my woman. I get that. I get it. But ain't nobody gonna make me leave my family.
I got you.
I get what. I understand that. I could never fathom what went on back then.
I think you might be alluding to weak ass men allowing things that might be coming up. Like, you know, like, oh, this seems like, I don't know exactly the historical presence of it either. But you know how you say like, oh, like, you know, you stripping us from the house. Oftentimes, I'm a man who dates men. A lot of men are strong. So the way that you say you're not going to take nobody from my family, you're not going to strip me from my family, a lot of people don't walk with that. A lot of people don't have that. So I
Seems
mean,
like
like
appropriate
it is
place for someone
systematic, but
talking
I mean,
about,
at the same time,
I mean,
if you somebody, I mean, you part of like the few men who is not going to live their life like that.
I mean, I get a system that
So
you live in a place that is just geared to tell you you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit,
and it beats you down.
You ain't shit, you ain't shit, and it beats your other counterpart down. So y'all come home to
madness,
beatness. That nobody know how to heal anybody, right?
It's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of different influences that happen, whether it's drugs, right? We know that our community struggled with that for a long time.
But let's talk about them. Let's go back. Let's go back and talk about the CIA putting the drugs in the neighborhood.
That's what I'm gonna say. We're in a country where drugs is probably the most highest profit of things that you want, right? But just speaking on fatherhood and being in the house and not being in the household, I think a lot of pressures coming from East Side, right?
Yeah.
I've looked at fathers who weren't in the household and had conversations with them and say, "Man, you've been on drugs since you was 12 years old, brother. Your brain doesn't have the capability of thinking correctly,
That's
right? You are afraid that you can't provide for your family, so you would rather leave, right? Not knowing that you have a woman who's willing to stay down with you and hold you down no matter what, right? So it's just as a man who, even to this day, get nervous, right? Like, man, this shit is slowing up. Like, am I better off telling my baby and them, like, are y'all good? No, of course not, right?
Right.
But you have to be honest about yourself and say, I'm fearful of certain things, and say, and not necessarily a weakness, but necessarily it's like, I'm scared, right? That I can't provide. And now I've either let someone else kind of tell me what I need to do, right? Rather than following my own intuition and having a relationship with my ancestors in the universe and that can really guide you, or having that one-on-one with your lady. So many things that can pull people out of the house, similar to the conversation. It's like, well, if I was enslaved, I wouldn't have done that. It's like, well, you really don't know. So it's like, it's so many different things that go into why people do things. And sometimes, you can name it to it's like, oh, this person was being a coward, or this person was being, but a lot of it is fear. And a lot of it is because we're the minority. And because the pressure that comes from so many other people that don't look like us, it's a lot of pressure that makes you feel that way. And then you got the people that's in your community that oppress you, right? And so as men, we do it to women, right? As men, that's the tier. Right. We do it to women even more, right? We fall underneath that same thing. And so to your point, we got to strip that away, figure out what the issue is with that, have those conversations, understand that it's layers and layers of what it is, but also don't be like, you weak as hell.
I'll make sure that word not like that now.
No, you wouldn't have been able to do it. You ain't been able to hold it down, but it's just like, man, it's so many, reasons why a man would leave a household. And then sometimes it's, us not holding them accountable and saying, hey, look, man, you need to get your shit together. All right. You need to make sure you over there. Because now I'm sitting here playing spades with you and smoking again. You ain't seeing your kid 3 blocks down the street in weeks. So no accountability. So to your point, as you was talking to your driver, let's take accountability, but then also kind of give each other a little bit of grace and understanding, especially our OGs who went through a lot, especially our guys who are coming from Vietnam, who came home to nothing and lost everything and went out there and lost their mind, saw things we can never imagine, right?
Did everything for this place. And
did everything for this country just for them to take it away from you. And so now I say, well, fuck everybody. You know,
that's my issue point to this conversation. I think that because I went to college and I got a master's degree in human relations, I really sat with and grappled with power and domination when it comes to like gender discrimination and when it comes to discrimination against women. So for me in this conversation, thinking about like fatherhood, I can't help but to think about the way in which I was introduced into this conversation about women's progression and how there were critiques of Black women that talked about how us as men don't start thinking about this shit until we start having kids. So we start to think about how we only think about women when it's tethered to a man. Like, hey, respect her, bro. That's so-and-so little sister. Hey, respect her, bro. That's so-and-so. So it's really thinking about how us as men in terms of accountability, we really don't even have a good transition from objectification of fatherhood because you've been a fucker for 20 years. And now you don't want to be a fucker no more. Now you want to be a father. Because we don't have that accountability to think about the like how we are taught to objectify women. And I know in our conversations it'd be like, hey, you can get respect from the homies based off how you get down on a bitch.
Yeah.
To be real, you can get capital, popularity, preference based off of how you're able to dominate and objectify other women. So then when I come into the conversation and I want to talk about progression of women, we start to have different, I'm gonna say pathology, different ways that stigma taps into it. And I think one of those is us being very critical about how we relate to women that's not related to us. Like, how do you respect women that's not your sister, that's not your mama, that's not your, you know what I'm saying, you feel me? Oh, even when you find them attractive. Like, how do you respect for those women? And I think that the conversation starts before we start thinking about fatherhood. It starts to me, thinking about it in middle school, you know what I'm saying? But also in this conversation though, it's like, hey, so before you became a father, before you became a father, when did you think about the general welfare of women?
Well, I'm adopted. So I think some of that has always been in my mind, just to what will make someone give their child up. You know, since I've always known since I was 7. Feel me? So what?
Hold up, that should have been the question. Okay, you was giving up for adoption. Okay, so let's talk about that. We can have that conversation too. But see, we always want to try to hold the men accountable as well. But then what about what's happening in the household too, right? What's happening in the household? Who are these? Most of these men are being raised by whom? Single fucking mothers. So at the end of the fucking day, you're up here trying to tell another man who's been raised by a woman by the same extent, sitting up here saying, "Hey, bro, you need to respect these women." Now, mind you, I agree in the aspect of respect them. Yeah, give them respect as a human being. Give them respect as a woman. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. Just like you should give the man the actual respect that he's deserved too. We're not sitting up. Men are not just sitting up here bashing women. Like, let's be 110% clear about this. Men aren't going online and talking real deal shit about women, but what they are doing is telling them their experiences that they have dealt with being with these women and the things that they have experienced, right? Or what you will hear is a lot of these women, they get on TikTok, they get on Instagram, they get on YouTube, and they run men down to the fucking ground, talking about putting smut on their fucking name. But then when men finally have the voice to speak up and they say, listen, I'm not about to let you continue to keep bashing me, knowing good and damn well that's not how that story went. It was because of this. Because think about it. Think about what's going on now. There's a lot of videos surfacing where a mother raised her son to be an adult and daughter, and then come to find out that, mind you, the father hadn't been there in years. The father had never been nowhere around. So therefore, they've already put smut on the father's name, and then turn around and sit up here and now these kids like, damn, bro, my father, man, he wasn't shit. He wasn't in my life. He wasn't this, that, and the third. But then come to find out when they actually when they get old enough to have that conversation with their father, and that father gives them their side of the story, then it's a whole different ball game. It's like, what the fuck? I didn't realize that I didn't realize you had to go through this with my mom. I didn't realize that she was that type of person. I did not realize that. So now you're looking at your mom different. So if we're gonna have these fucking conversations, we need to be honest about these conversations. It's not always the fucking man that's doing something wrong. It's not, bro. But we've been in this whole society, and we keep talking about patriarchy and what society has done in the community and all this bullshit. No, we've been coddling them too much, and we haven't been holding them accountable enough. And this is why when we now the fact that we're starting to hold them accountable, all these panda bears are coming out the woodwork. You got a lot of these women. Oh, you men just hate women. No, the fuck we don't. We holding y'all fucking accountable. It's like, listen, if you gonna hold us accountable, guess what? We're gonna do the same thing for you. You ain't finna sit here and just talk shit about me and thinking that you just all sweet and everything just sunshine and rainbows on your end. No, you got some fucked up shit going on with you too. So we're gonna address that as well. Simple as that.
But the way this dude's painting the whole situation in a narrative is that we are the ones in control and we're fucking assholes and we do all sort of shit. All the time a man's gonna check out another dude is if he's like, hey, that's someone else's sister or someone's mother or whatever. No one does that shit. Only time I've ever seen a dude check someone is when that bitch is talking shit and he was like, whoa, that's so named sister. Don't even engage. It's not like she's all nice and shit and the dude rolled up and like, yo, I'm gonna talk shit to this bitch. That shit does not happen, bro. Like that does not happen in a scenario. I'm not gonna say that shit never happens, but I'm gonna say if there was a majority of the time the dude is nice to a girl. You know, like they usually there's nothing that's brought on to where you're gonna be an asshole. So I mean, you can't be just you can't just think you can say whatever you want to say and then don't get consequences from that. But yeah, just the way these dudes are painting this narrative that dudes leave the house because they're feeling ashamed or because they're feeling they're not doing whatever and they just leave. That's typically not the case, bro. Like typically the case is as soon as that motherfucker hits that door in that house, that chick's gonna tell him what the fuck he ain't doing for the whole duration of the time he's there. A lot of times he might get sick of it and leave. I'm not saying that's something you should be able to do, but at the end of the day, it's like, yo, bro, like, are you like if it was if the situation was reversed, if a dude every time his girl came home and he was sitting there talking mad shit about it, like, yo, like you ain't shit, you ain't this, you ain't blah blah blah. All my friends, blah blah. Everybody telling, yo, you need to leave this motherfucker because it's emotional abuse. But like if a chick's doing it, it's almost like, yo, like it's not even counted. That's more of a passion. If a girl comes in and bitching you all day, that's passion. That's more, hey, she wants better to come out of this situation. It's like, come on, bro. Like it's gotta be even on both sides. And again, like if you have a kid, a lot of times, again, hey, a lot of these chicks, their mentality is, hey, I'd rather do this shit by myself because I'm gonna have the government assistance, and also I can tax your ass, get money from your job or whatever. So I really don't fucking need you. I want to do this shit on my own. I don't have to deal with you. So I don't know why no one's telling that truth.
That's facts.
What environment was she in? Did she feel protected? Did she feel wanted, cared for, seen? All the things. So early on, I think it's kind of gone to a place of just humanity of it all, just like a person. I want to do what I want.
So his mama gave him up for adoption, and his thoughts was she protected? Was she this? Was she seen? Was she all this? It wasn't like, yo, you couldn't do the work. You had me. Why you couldn't take care of me? Why would you give him to a perfect stranger? You know, if they're gonna treat me like this, you know, take advantage of me and do all this other bullshit. Why the fuck wasn't that in the case? Why is it like, oh, why was she not this? Bullshit, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. You gotta be kidding me, man.
Before you hit play, to Courtney's point that he was talking about, you know, kids growing up one way and choosing sides. I mean, examples of that would be like you got the Kardashians, you got what's that girl named Northwest?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really want to be with Ye more than she want to stay around with Kim, but
fact.
You see how that dynamic go.
Oh yeah.
We got some of the greatest clips from Tyrese. What more do you want from me? But as you see, now that little mama's older and she can make her own decisions, she's choosing to be closer to him than the mom. So and to answer a question in the chat, I know we we really appreciate super chats, but you know, I ain't gonna act like Kiki ain't really fully engaging tonight.
Yeah, she engaged like a motherfucker.
So being that she's super engaged, she asked about, where does the comment go? Oh, she's talking about fighting. Nobody wants to fight anymore because everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side. And it's just because there's multiple chats. We have multiple chats going. Some people can't see the question. So I figured out it's a good question. The problem with fighting for a relationship is people have varying levels of tolerance. You got to remember, before you even get into a relationship, most people, I would hope, have spent 20 years being themselves. Don't get me wrong. Some people, they start coming up with their throat Olympics and all that in school, and they started early. They was promiscuous under the staircase, under the bleachers and all that. But realistically, relationships that we ain't gonna just say it was puppy love or whatever, we could say it starts around 18 to 20. That you actually want to take serious. Not just because you want the proximity and y'all eat lunch together and all that. Oh shit. Thank you for that.
Shout out to you, Kiki.
Thank you for that.
Appreciate you.
But you know, not because you were in proximity, and there's like all these people, like I tell my kids like, oh, I got so many friends. I'm like, find 3 or 4 people that you can lock in with, because all these motherfuckers ain't your friends. Y'all just friends because y'all get dropped off in the same building every day and you have no choice but to see each other. Friendship don't start until Courtney can hit me up and be like, hey bro, what you doing? I need to change these spark plugs on my truck. Can you come over here? And I use my gas money, my free time or whatever to go over there and help him do that without asking any questions. I ain't asking if he got pizza and beer over there, and I'm just doing it off the love. That's a friend.
Yeah.
Me and Courtney working at the same job, and we see each other and we take breaks together or whatever, and we talk about these hoes, and y'all acquaintances. Ain't nobody going out of their way to, y'all ain't intentionally going out y'all way to meet up.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with relationships. There's a middle ground. People have their traumas, people have their tolerance levels and things like that. So it's like, you know, sometimes I can only speak from a man's perspective. Man, we don't necessarily attack every minute detail, but sometimes things will bottle up. And if we realize there's more things getting added to the jar than what's being taken away, eventually the man might just step away and just be like, oh, this is damaged goods altogether. If I see 15 things wrong with you, but I ain't trying to really, I love you, so I'm not trying to really have you feel like you're being attacked, because there's an art to talking to women.
Yeah.
I might just give you 2 or 3 bullet points that I want you to work on. I might have all 15 jotted down for you to work on, but I'm gonna give you 2 or 3 at a time so you don't feel attacked. You can just get your continuous improvement. Whereas women, they'll bottle the shit up and just lay everything on the table all at once, and it's like, all right, well, shit, fuck it. If you just calling me an ain't shit ass nigga, you can't see not a goddamn thing I done did all together, then shit, I'm out.
Right.
These bitches outside love me. So if I'm public enemy number 1, hey, I'll make it great for the both of us. I'll leave. You ain't got to get no gray hair, and I'll get back to these hoes. Somebody gonna love me. And it's a toxic way to look at it, but we speak in generalities, and that's kind of where like a disconnect goes, and tolerance levels and stuff go, you know. Or you might have the other side to where, hey, the dude don't know how to really express himself through words because he grew up in harsh environments, and now you over here in Ike and Tina's attitude cleaners getting your hair put through the washer dryer. And even in that scenario, I would tell you, for your safety and for your life, to leave. I don't care how much you love him. You should be getting dented up every Friday on Friday. Like, God damn. That motherfucker got a schedule for your ass to get beat. But we can get back into it.
Want to do when I want to do it. Right. I want to feel how I feel. That's me. I want the same for everybody. Yes. I want you to live your life. I don't want nobody to take their life. But for the most part, if it makes you happy, go do your thing. That's me. Right. That's who I am. I understand that a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people also don't have my experience that has probably made me this way. For sure. My upbringing, You dig? Single parent household, only my mama, watching my mama deal with men, a safety engineer at NASA, you know, surrounded by white men, telling her she don't know what she's doing, and she telling them, you got to put the gloves on. You know what I mean? It's my perspective is from that's my earliest.
That's really. I want to because how in this moment, because we have, when we're talking about the government, we have abortion bans in Georgia, my home state, Texas. That's leading to women dying, you know, babies dying, people being less safe. And here we have folks, we've been hearing about folks being hung, lynched. We've been hearing about so many things this year that scared
Hey, I'm just
me
asking one question real
as
quick.
to how I got a big.
Hey, well, hold on, I'm gonna just ask y'all a question. Who do you think is more against abortions, women or men? Because only when I hear talk about it, for the most part, are women out talking about how women shouldn't have abortions. I know they always throw this shit in these talking points, but I don't hear a lot of times that men are fighting that women shouldn't have the right to have an abortion.
Yeah, I think in that, and that's a good question. I think it's women though. I do think there's like women who's fighting it.
I 100% think there's more women who think it's not right to have for a woman to have an abortion than there are men trying to push that should be illegal. But that's always a talking point that's what men are trying to do, which I don't think is the case at all. But all right, yeah, we can go.
Yeah.
I think I also feel like that's women that are like that when it comes to always bringing up the topic of abortion. Realistically, I don't really believe men care either way, but at the same time is when, you know, us having a say so has been demonized so much to where nobody really on a grander scale of things takes into consideration where we're coming from with it.
Yeah.
A lot of us just really gave up on the shit. So it's like, you know, hey, I might really, really, really want to have a kid with you, but if I got you pregnant in the 10th grade, does it really make sense for you to keep this baby right now? Like,
or
you know what I mean? Like, your parents loved me until you got pregnant. Now they hate me, and I'm the one that's supposed to be responsible for us.
Yeah,
Can we just get rid of the first one and pray to God that, you know, he gonna bless us again after we get some college and stuff under our belt? Like, do we really got to do this right now to where I'm public enemy number one? I done fucked up your life, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's things like that, and that's just trying to be on the slightly more positive side of it. I mean, it's a bad situation altogether.
But here's the thing though, Kiki. Men are here's what you got to understand. Men aren't silencing women. You got to understand, women are trying to silence men. They're saying men aren't the ones who don't have a say in anything. They're saying that men can do what they want, but then they can't tell a woman what to do. They're trying to silence us. So all they've done was give the power back to the states. That's all that they were trying to do. Taking away from the big government and giving it back to the states. That's all that they were doing. But people got in the uproar about it, thinking that they were trying to take their rights away. That's not what was happening. At the end of the day, you still got a choice to make. You still got to be the one to lay down with that man and open your legs up and then invite him inside you. You still have the control over your body, whether that man wears a condom or not. You have the control. Now, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have control on whether he wears a condom or not either. It leads up. It's his responsibility as well. But if it's going to be your body, your choice, you have to be protective of your body. He's not the one that's supposed to be protective of your body. He got to protect his own body, just as you got to protect your own. So no, we aren't silent. Men aren't trying to silence men. What we are telling y'all to do, y'all got to shut the hell up in regards to a lot of things that y'all talking about that y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Well, even then,
that's what men are doing. So we got to stop. We got to stop this rhetoric. Or we trying to silence men? No, or silence women. We're not doing that. We're not.
That's toxic as fuck.
No, so you telling me no? I never have. Why would I have to? The fuck I need to see, that's what I'm saying. So you tell me you get bad. So you tell me you get bamboozled like that. Nigga, it's either we in this bitch raw or we not. What we doing? But I ain't gonna nigga, I'm either in that bitch raw or
on the wrong background.
I'm not finna be sneaking this side. Nigga, you do know that can be seen as rape, right? Great, I'm sorry. Like, nah, I'm good on that. Listen, I'm good on that.
Hey, man.
I'm good on that.
Shit. Y'all got my hottest water in the night, boy.
She said,
she said slip in the most part. If a dude did that, I don't think he's trying to. I don't think he's trying to get you pregnant. I think his dick just won't stay hard.
You lying to me? You like? No, actually, I ain't gonna hold you. Kiki does have a point. There are some men.
Yeah.
There are some men that literally do that to mark territory.
I agree.
They just want to leave proof that they've been there. So they will do that.
That's got to be not that many men, man. I just don't.
I'm gonna just say that you was blessed to live in the country and you ain't had too many neighbors.
I ain't gonna hold you. Nah, I agree. I agree with Raw on this one. Yeah, it's some niggas out there, bro.
In the hood, boy.
Bro.
Niggas, bro.
No, I'm not saying there's none. But I'm saying, yeah, bro. I know that there's some grimy ass dudes out there, some motherfuckers who try to mark their territory and someone have a kid with this. But I don't think it's that. It's not a lot.
Marcus, listen, man. You stick to the 4-wheelers and
hey, bro,
and fresh river catfish fishing, noodling and shit.
I got a couple cousins got about 10 kids though, bro. Hey, believe me, I know what's up.
Man, I'm telling you, Jermaine and Bobo running through them.
Hey, I know what's up. I'm gonna say there are some cats that are like that, but God, they are easy to fuck. They are easy to point out. They already got my 4 or 5 baby mamas. You should already know. Like that's easy to point out.
That's fair. That's fair.
Honestly though, if y'all done met before the act and y'all agreed upon using a condom, then just midway you slip that shit, you are a devious demon.
You dirty. I mean, if you do that shit without her knowing it, yes, you are a fucked up person. But if y'all both agree and just take it off, then hey, y'all agreed on that. But yeah, if you do that shit without that person knowing, then you fucked up.
See, I'm unbiasedly raw. So for me, raw is law. If the option to hit raw ain't even on the table, I don't want it to begin with. Now it's questionable. What are you doing? What are you doing in your free time that this is mandatory?
Shit.
How you so comfortable with doing this?
Yeah. How you so comfortable doing this?
Like, hold on. I tried to hit you with I ain't even got one on me. You just opened up the damn toy drawer and there's something in there already on deck. Man, listen here, man. I'm gonna take the hand. We're gonna actually watch the Netflix. Fuck this.
That's where you got the multicolor ones. Hey, they got all the ones from the clinic, the multicolor ones.
Now you up here question, you up here second guess. You're like, man, you know why I'm here, man.
But with the raw is law, there's a science to it. When raw is law, that alleviates you from a lot of one night stands and all this extra shit too. Because now you got to actually talk to the shorty and learn some pattern recognition and see, like, you got to get to know the person before your first, sescapade, your first clapping. So, now is where you actually putting judgment on the table.
Yeah.
I think where a lot of us as a society went wrong is once all these, protections came into place, people started weaponizing the protection just to get their nut off. Because now you like, oh shit, well, if I got these condoms in my wallet, then fuck it. If she a baddie, she a baddie. I'm hitting right now. If she going, I'm going. And it's like, all right, well, shit, what if you don't slip it off? What if you fucking get the poking and that motherfucker so good that you done ran through the front of that motherfucker and tore through and she had something. Now you had the Jimmy on and you still burning.
Scary, scary place.
It's like these days you got places like Atlanta that,
or Houston.
Well, Houston is transplants. I'm gonna tell you the backstory of Atlanta is the CDC got offices and stuff over there. I think Atlanta's a big science experiment. But like I said, that's another video we gonna get into on Patreon because I ain't even gonna uncover that tin of sardines.
That's a beast over there. I ain't gonna hold you.
But I think a lot of those people that are quote unquote in the community, the allies, I think they were lab created. And just like we can go with the C-19, I think a lot of that, yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. But hey, you might get the punching through that motherfucker, hitting the back and bust through the damn protection that you got on, and now she was burning because you don't know who she was with before. And nowadays, if you want to bring up the Atlantites, you know, they over there sword fighting and bean bumping and all this other stuff. The whole pool is convoluted. And you don't know who done been with what and bringing it to you. But we got more video to get into, so I'm gonna let it ride.
Boy, that shit funny as hell, boy.
Man, I got my eyes water. But yeah, we can get
let's go.
As family, how all them people are gonna survive this time. And I'm thinking about, and I'm not thinking about protect black women like we've always heard it, like protect black women. Oh, this my girlfriend, this my, you know, don't hurt my mama. You know, don't talk about my mama. You know what I mean? But you know, when we talking earlier about a village, right, and how a village, everybody has a responsibility for each person and each responsibility in nourishing, creating that nourishing environment, making sure there's healthy food, you know, clean water, et cetera, et cetera. What are we doing right now to learn what women need, black women particularly, and play our part in that power building?
Accountability.
I have a question for you guys. This is something I've been trying to explore, and then I got more on the journey of once I got married, which is like therapy, right? And self-discovery, right? Understanding that my wife had her own journey of therapy, being introduced to anger management, right? It's not because you punching holes in the wall, but it's because you just get certain triggers that you don't know how to handle, and you don't know how to. So I think for me, I'm going on a journey, and I'm curious if you all are going on this too, or eager to go on it, because I am learning how to be more enthusiastic about it. Because therapy saying, I don't feel like talking to somebody, I don't want to, you know. So just having that kind of, for me, that's where I'm at, and figuring out. That's how I'm gonna make my wife feel safe. Yes. She wants to know that in any conversation, I ain't gonna just be like, I gotta go outside and smoke real quick. But I ain't, you know,
you just admitted she made him go to therapy.
And the more we
I'm sorry. Listen, chat. And anybody watching this, yes, there's gonna be a lot of pausing in here, and y'all already see it too. So I know y'all gonna be like, hey man, stop pausing. Listen, I'm gonna put the original video in here for y'all to go watch the full thing, right? But this is not, I gotta call a spade, bro. Why aren't you making your wife, if your wife, why aren't you making her feel safe? What is it that you're doing for her not to feel safe in the household? That's what I'm like. That's what I'm trying to understand this here. What is it that you're doing to the point where she has to walk? Hey, babe, let's go to therapy because I don't feel safe. What is it that this nigga is doing? Are you threatening her, or you know how they like to call it verbal abuse? Nigga, are you raising your hand up at her? Like, what is it that you're doing so bad to the point where you and her feel as if y'all need to go to therapy?
I'm gonna say it's their rendition of verbal abuse. I'm gonna say that's probably what it was. Just the way he was saying, like I gotta go outside and smoke a cigarette. So he means she didn't piss him off that bad. Now he gotta go outside and smoke a cigarette. It is I don't know, man. Like I said, I've had these situations before in my past where I've had a girl who brought up you should go to therapy, and it's honestly because I don't agree with the shit she says, and I act. I ain't even lie, man. When I get mad or I'm upset about something, I get loud, and I will never change it. That's always gonna be me. Yeah, I mean, you got to be stupid. You think I'm gonna hit you or something? I tell every guy like, you ain't even worth me going to jail for. I would never touch you. Like shit will never happen. So like, if that other bullshit, you scared because I raised my voice, but you saying some dumb shit. I mean, you can't deal with that. I don't need therapy for that. That's just who I am. Like, I don't give a fuck. You can't convince me that I need to go therapy because you can't handle someone getting loud. Okay, cool.
Yeah, bro. I'm not understanding, bro. The more I hear these niggas talk, I'm like, y'all sound like some suckers right now. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh,
and that's not to say this. That's not to say that they aren't men or whatever the case may be, but it's starting to show a little bit more and more that a lot of these niggas ain't got no backbone. They don't lead. They believe in partnership. They don't believe husband and wife. They believe, oh yeah, she's my partner. No, nigga, that's your wife, and you're her husband.
Bro, what? Hey, hold on. What's the title of this? Their conversation again? What is it again?
It's called Black Men Trust Black Women Roundtable presented by Sister Song and BLD Power.
So you can tell this is just bullshit because half of the people ain't black. A couple of them don't like women. I mean, not that they don't. I mean, you know what I'm saying. And some have flipped over to
here's the thing.
Gender.
But I'm sorry, right? Here's the thing. Yes, it is. It is. But however, the way that people don't even say husband and wife anymore, because typically people use partner because of same-sex marriages. So that's why they started to use partners. They say, oh, well, because this is my partner, because if it's woman and woman or man and man, that's why they started to use partner. Typically speaking, when we say husband and wife, it's a heterosexual relationship, it's my husband, this is my wife, or this is my, whatever the case may be. So it has that connotation between the two, because that's why they started to say partnership. But now it has been hijacked to mean it, across the board. Like, hey, this is my partner.
Is that we're equals?
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're equals. No, we're not.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that we aren't of equal value. But no, we're not equal. So no, I'm the husband. Yeah. You're the wife.
Yeah, a rat gets in the house, or you can go get it. No, you expect my ass to go get it, or fucking a bigger cockroach or some shit in the house. You're not gonna go do nothing with it. I gotta fuck with it. So like, I mean, they're none about the shit's equal. Like, it's not equal at all. It can't be. You can't just pick and choose what you want to be equal, but the other shit should be not that way. It's more, man. Partnership is kind of like, I think it's more diminishing than saying a husband and wife. Like, I don't understand how people don't like those roles anymore. I don't like, certain sort of like responsibilities for each other. Like, I don't know. I feel that women have the most problem with that type of shit. I think men like their roles of what it is. And a lot of times your role is to do more, and men fucking typically like it. So I don't know why women always got to be like, hey, you know what? On your side is a lot better than our side, but we want our perks, but we want your perks too. I don't know, bro. It is just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know either.
He can make them feel safe.
Yes.
And because naturally we all want to provide. Most men, you want to be the provider, you want to go out there and do the thing, but you forget about it ain't just monetarily, it ain't just hanging out with your son and your daughter. Right. It's like, how do I have these conversations and actually know how to have them?
Yes.
Because sometimes you don't understand that. You don't get taught how to, deal with impulse control and all those type of things. I would be curious to know if you all had your own therapy journey and trying to figure out how to, obviously keep your spouse safe or anybody in your life to safe. I know we're particularly talking about the women in our lives. So.
He literally said just what I was about to talk. I don't care what said. If you think you are okay, go to therapy. If you don't, I've been in therapy like 4 to 5 years, and it's bigger than, like Luke was saying, I'm going to stay in my house, but just because you stay in your house don't mean you're going to have a healthy environment, because you could stay for 20, 30 years for them kids, but if they saw anger and this, that, and the third, you can't be mad that they go out and do the same thing with what they saw. It is encouraged that if you take it self, you need to take it self. You need to have couples there. We as men, even wanting to be better, we only have the information that we've been given amongst each other, but we don't have different perspectives. It's okay to take perspectives from white people because they don't have the mindset of survival that we have. So when you hear different, you think different, you move different. You're more optimistic to know how to move within your household. It is my children. I don't care that they're only 9, 10, 7, 6. They have problems, and every black man at this table had problems. We had situations we couldn't talk to people about. Get your children in therapy. If you can't afford to do it, healthcare can cover it. Mm-hmm. Get your children in therapy because they need to have that healthy outlet to have somebody. They don't always feel safe talking to mom and daddy, regardless of how well we are.
What the
they don't
fuck
feel safe doing
Can you
it.
pause this, bro?
I'm
gonna let Marcus cook first.
Hey, no, this is crazy shit. You talking about The kids got problems they can't talk. Of course, the kid got some shit they don't want to talk to you about. It's gonna always happen, but it's still a right and a wrong, man. You can't be like, yo, everything you need to act on every fucking emotion you have. Even as a kid, you gotta learn. Hey, bro, there's some shit that I don't. Even if I feel a certain kind of way, I don't. There shouldn't be an outlet for me to express it. Like you just don't fucking do it. I don't understand this whole thing, and the whole thing about like having disagreements in your house and shit. That is normal. That's a normal situation. It's going to happen. You can't shield your kids from normal life, from shit that does happen. I mean, if you want to learn how to resolve issues, yeah, that's cool. But arguments are going to happen. It's crazy when you hear people say in their house their parents never argue. And I'm telling you, if you ever go and get into a relationship with a man or woman like that, it's going to be fucking difficult. Like it is hard as fuck dealing with someone who parents shelter them from arguing because they can't handle fucking shit. I've been in relationships like that before, and they can't handle a goddamn thing, bro. They break down all the fucking time. So, yeah, y'all think y'all helping them out, but you're actually fucking them over at the end.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, but I mean, even then, for me, I don't argue. Well, first of all, I don't argue with women. Period. Like,
oh shit, I do all day.
Go sit your ass down and calm the fuck down, and when you're ready to talk, like an upstanding citizen in society, we can talk. But I'm not going to be arguing with you because that's the quickest way to end up in the cleaners. You're gonna be right here. That's the thing. See, once you start taking the conversation from logic to passionate, that's where things can go left.
Yeah,
that's where people get hands put on them and all that. And since we speaking from a black community, let's face it, a lot of women, due to survival and the length of time that they're in survival mode, they fighting for their life. They think that they can fight men. And you know, a lot of these men too, they done seen their aunties and their mama and stuff jump on men. So it's like, yeah, on one side you talking about don't hit women, well shit, slap a bitch. Because you telling me for everybody else I'm supposed to defend myself, but when this fucking woman come over here and hitting on me, I'm supposed to just let her do what it do. Like these bitches be 5'9", 322. That's a whole linebacker. Like, no. What we not gonna do is have you put me to sleep and have me on the highlight reel on Twitter. You got me fucked up.
That's right.
It's pretty cool.
Two piece, no biscuit. I'm sorry. but no. Back to relationship dynamic. I don't argue with women, so I don't even argue with mine. Now, hey, if you're up here and I'm right here, go calm down. Or, hey kids, y'all good? Y'all need anything to eat? Whatever, we gonna fix y'all a little snack or whatever. Me and your mom about to go to the store. And we could take them conversations off site. Because I don't want the women to think that, I don't want the girls in the house to think that it's okay for a man to elevate his voice towards a woman in any scenario.
Right.
So I don't want y'all seeing me yelling at y'all mama. Not that that's what I'm going to do. Right. But even if it ever had to get there, I don't want y'all seeing that. Neither do I want my sons thinking that, oh, okay, how you resolve conflict with the woman is raising your voice and yelling and throwing your hands in flat. No. Miss ma'am, go in that room, go get dressed. We finna go out. Now we can go talk at the park, whatever. If we yelling in front of strangers, the motherfuckers don't know us. Fuck y'all. Y'all NPCs. I might never see you again. It is what it is. And ultimately, you should never get physical. If a woman got you so far out your body that you trying to get physical with her, you know, once or twice, write that shit off like you write off taxes. 3-4 times, that ain't the woman for you. Y'all can't find the middle ground. Hey, I know we got what we got going on, especially if you're not married. I know we got what we got going on, but I think we're safer apart than we are together. I'm going to be there for what we created together, but as far as it comes to me and you, we can't be within the same proximity. If y'all want to take these paths of counseling and therapy and all that, y'all can go do that. Honestly, I don't see how people are sitting at a table saying that they're leaders and then y'all in therapy and then y'all in there for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Because what's the end goal on that? Like, Ain't no way you that fucked up to where you damn near need to be in therapy for as many years as you've been on the planet Earth. If you can't resolve shit in fucking 700 days, if more than 2 years fucking ain't fixed your problems, then bitch, use the problem. Because every time they fix something, you put 3 more on the table.
It's a good point.
I'm sorry. Like, it don't make sense. All this endless therapy. Like, no, you need some fucking friends. And you need friends that hold you accountable. And you need to be able to be in circles to where it's not just comfortable and, oh, let's go get a bottle of Douce or Casamigos and twerk on the table. Or for the guys, let's go just shoot basketball and talk about bitches in a fucking negative manner and see who done fucked who the most and whatever. And not build anything positive. Or not be like, hey, man, I'm down bad right now. Like, I don't even understand why life is going. Have you been through a situation like this? Like, where are those conversations? Why are you sitting down with somebody that probably never even went down the fucking path of life or even seen the shit, even in a movie, and talking to this motherfucker and they giving you something out of a textbook that was written by somebody else that ain't never did it, as far as that's how you supposed to fix your shit. That's the problem. That's what we need to bring the community back. So all this running off and outsourcing, why are people outsourcing their duties? You the fucking parent. If the kid doesn't want to come and talk to you, there's a flaw in you somewhere. Fix that. Because why aren't you an open door enough to where that kid knows that, hey, right, wrong, or indifferent, I might hate the response, but I can go to mom and dad and get shit handled. Or at least get some clarity. Now you finna outsource it to this other person that's finna have them fucked off in a whole new way. Now that kid gonna grow up and talk about they hate you, but their therapist was fucking a better dad than they dad. We just watched a video the other day where Shorty said her dad was a better mom than her mom.
Yeah, that shit was wild. That shit was wild. He's like, bro, what the disrespect? And some people gonna look at that as, oh, I see what he said. No, bro, that's disrespectful on all levels.
Man got a whole pendulum slapping his thighs when he running. You talking about he a better mom? Ain't no breeze going up his skirt.
That shit was wild.
That man got Bojangles. What do you mean a better mom? Like, y'all gotta stop with the bullshit, and we gotta stop outsourcing shit. That's the problem. When it comes to conflict resolution and actually resolving other things as well outside of conflict, people don't want to stand up and face. Nobody want to look in the mirror and actually be like, you know what? I am actually ugly as fuck. How can I get cute? How can I get handsome? Y'all fucking ugly as fucking running to Sephora. That's not the solution. You still ugly under the fucking foundation. Courtney favorite word. Just because you cake that shit on top don't mean you any less ugly. We can see you, nigga. After 2 hours when that shit get to start cracking and we can see that layer of fucking Play-Doh on your face, you still ugly.
Let me play those
issues.
Let me play this other part of this
go ahead.
video where Clifton was about to get into it with old buddy.
Grandparents were slaves. So what I've learned is it's not your mother's fault. It's not your father's fault. It's not your fault. We were born into 450 years of post-slavery PTSD. I am 69, I'll be 70 in March. I've just learned how to love. Our parents didn't know how to love. Their parents didn't know how to love. And if I could say anybody maybe had an edge, it was the women. That's why I celebrate Black women. I live with a psychiatrist, forensics detective, gangster, loving Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, who's just been patient with me to teach me how to love. But in closing on this, because I don't want to get too deep,
how's he a
I
triple
called my
mate?
buddy, man. I said, I'm fucking up, bro, really bad. I'm fucking up. So I've never been monogamous. So I don't even fucking know what it is.
What age did you become a monogamous?
Today. No, but let me just say what it is.
To know.
And we don't talk about this. We don't talk about dopamine being in a pleasant center of the brain like we talked about oxytocin is the hormone. It's called the cuddle hormone. So a lot of times we're just talking in generalities. And that's why I think what you said about counseling, because a counselor is going to get inside of this from a real, not even white people perspective, just from a scientific perspective, unless science is not wrong and the brain is not made with this. So when I hurt my girl which I've done over and over, and I commend her for even being with me. And I said it in my podcast, and I'm gonna say this and stop. I called one of my partners who was brilliant. He said, when you hurt somebody, where you leave them is where they stay. So I think our parents, our grandparents, our uncles, the people that raised us, those men who treated the women outside the house nice, but then put the thumb on the grandmama and put the thumb on the girlfriend or whoever. They are all, it all comes from out of all of that. And I think that's what makes me excited that we're going to bring the women and the uncles and we need to bring them all in here. But go ahead, what are you going to say?
The one thing that I just want to talk about in Luke, make sure I say the name right, crop this part out. Okay. What Luke brought up was like accountability. Like, yes, we can talk about, what our families did to us, all this, all that, but eventually, and I know why people try and say this, and I really don't like that, but eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired and, kind of like putting onto them like, hey, like, you didn't do this entirely, because everybody in here, several people have talked about like, going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how to
Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
It's all right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but let me.
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Don't overtalk me.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because you're talking out of
but you're not gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I am.
I do. Love it.
I do.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, I do.
You can't.
I do.
You don't know it, nigga.
I do.
I'm good. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Fuck out of here. I'm living. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm living, nigga. I'm living it right now. You cannot fix no shit that you don't even know is happening.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
No, but he's generalized. You can't. Let me stop. This is what it is. Let's get to the truth of this shit. You can't fix no shit unless you meet somebody who is on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit is. You can't fix some shit that you don't know about, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. And then you get there at 69 or 70 and say, I thought I was being loved all this time. That's what our parents have gone through. And that's why we all so fucked up right now.
You asked, how do we love Black women?
Yeah.
That's right here. Trust Black women and listen to Black women, because they know more than we do what it is that they need.
I don't think that's true either. There's a lot of Black women who don't know how to love.
I'm not talking about what they know how to love. I'm saying what they need.
That's the only true shit they said all
I get that.
We're talking about, that's what we're talking about right now. Also, if we're going to use our privilege and power as men in society, how do we show up and be accountable? Like you said, the way to be accountable is to dismantle patriarchy, because patriarchy makes it so that men have the power and women do not.
But you can't get there unless you listen to him. We got to go, and you may not agree. We got to go to therapy.
Man, I'm gonna stop that shit right there.
Of course, the transfer person would say that.
Listen, somebody can correct me on this. But I was doing a little deep dive, doing a little research, trying to understand the patriarchy, right? There has been more good in the patriarchy than there has been bad. Now, let me translate that into a business, look at that from a business perspective. There's foundational things that you have in the business that works. It's like, hey, this shit here works. Like, this is what works. But in the meantime, we do see that there's something wrong. There's something over here that's causing a little bit of problem that we can refine and retune and we can fix, that we can potentially help, you know what I'm saying, to give us an even stronger foundation, right? Rewind the frame right to where I got you. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
so yeah. And so this the problem that I have with what they're talking about dismantling this whole patriarchy mindset is now what you're trying to do is you're trying to get rid of what has made America, Western civilization, strong in itself. You're trying to get rid of that. And so now instead of having a conversation of, listen, bro, how can we fine tune? The patriarch is the patriarch, and it allows us to be in these rooms. It allows us to be at this table to have this conversation. It allows women to speak freely and talk shit about men without the consequences, right? It allows women to be able to go out here in these streets and actually go vote, go have a job, and talk shit about how strong and independent you actually are. Patriarchy allowed that. This ain't fuck with that. Fuck what everybody else talking about. Fuck all the protests and all that shit, because at the end of the day, those men still have to give you the right in order for you to even have the opportunities that you have today. So I don't want to hear none of that bullshit about the whole feminist movement. I don't want to hear none of that. But to get down to what I'm saying, look at it like a business. You have a foundation of what made the business strong, what made the business successful, all right? You don't want to get rid of that. But you can fine tune in order to improve the business, in order to get better, in order to strengthen the foundation of the actual business. So this shit of dismantling, no, they can miss me with all that shit. They can miss me because they still aren't providing a solution. You're just saying dismantle, go to therapy, and trust Black women. That's all you're saying. I haven't heard a solution in actually how this is going to improve the world, because you're just saying improve Black America. That's all you're talking about, and it's still not coming from anywhere, because all of these niggas at the table have been raised by single moms. None of these niggas have fathers in the household, and you can tell by the way that they're talking at each other right now. And this is the shit.
Didn't that one dude say he got adopted? He might have 2 people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, buddy.
No, he says mom. He says mom was the
his mom
running the show. So I think a single mama adopted him.
Yeah, he was adopted. He still got raised by a single mom. So like, what the fuck we doing?
Yeah, but these are the people, like you said, the patriarchy is what made all this shit possible, and what has worked correctly for this whole time. It's like almost like if you have so there's more people who are capable of owning businesses and being successful than there are not people. There are more people who are workers, but workers think that they can own business. It'd be like this. It'd be like you could ask someone that owns a business if they own a business and one of their biggest customers that came through kind of made sly remarks, just say racial, like somewhat not directly racial remarks, but sly racial remarks. Would you stop doing business with that person, or would you keep doing it? And most people who own business say that shit don't fucking bother me. I'm gonna keep fucking doing business. That is one of my biggest customers. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't really bother me. But you ask someone else, they'll be like, "Oh, I cut him in a minute." And that person right there is the one who will never be like a business owner, but they got the most to say and they can talk the most shit. And those are the ones who want to have this utopia of a fucking world and not the real world shit. So they think like I said, that's why you want to dismantle the patriarchy, because they live in that utopia world. They really, really, really think that men, if there were no men or whatever, that the world will still run the same, if not even better. That is just fucking crazy stupidness. So for me, they just live in this different world, and the thing that's kind of crazy about it is they won't ever be able to be proven wrong. Which if they were, then we all be fucked in the world. But thank God it will never get to the point, at least by the time I'm living, that they won't be proven wrong. You know what I'm saying? To where it won't go the way they want it to go. Because if it did, then we would all be fucked, big time.
All right, before I start, I got a question for the comment section. Whoever's gonna catch the restream, we could even turn it into a little 10-second clip. Y'all can respond on TikTok or whatever the fuck y'all want to respond on. My question is, as a Black person at your current age right now, why do you hate white people? And that's the question. All right, boom. So I posed that question because even Kiki was in the chat. She brought it up. It was like, the feminist movement wasn't to benefit our people. we get up on this internet, we get in conversations, rooms, whatever, all day long, and we keep polarizing black versus white and all this other stuff. And I get it. We don't have the best of backgrounds. Black people built the world, but that's a Patreon video on its own. 80% of the world is built off the backs of blacks, and then it got took over by the Chinese, and that's why everything says made in China now. But we could leave that the fuck alone.
Right.
Now, if y'all hate white people so much, why is it that you remove the people from the programs and chase the programs? Feminism. Y'all keep trying to turn everything to matriarchy and get rid of the patriarchy and all that. That was white bitches trying to escape their men that was beating on them.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't had shit to do with us. Then y'all, and the funny part is, on a grander scale, a lot of those white people, they put batteries in minority people's backs, mostly the blacks, and they let y'all lead the forefront of all these fights to get their shit passed, just to still leave your ass out hanging to dry anyway on the back end when they get whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
Hey.
So let's keep it a beam. Like, what are we really doing? Now, the reason I requested this freeze frame to be right here is a problem that I have, and they not gonna see it because they was raised by women and they fully fucking submit to fucking clit, is grown men are having a conversation. Last time I checked, we was reviewing a panel of grown ass men. Where the fuck Auntie come from?
Oh, you said that's the sisters. That's a woman's podcast, I believe.
Yeah, I think she's one.
Because that's the problem. I forget everybody's name right now.
Don't step there. Don't get in front of two niggas when they. Get out
Your boy.
the way, get out the way, Darlene.
But yeah, I forget everybody's names right now.
Like, all right.
But Buddy in the brown with the coat, 60-year-old or whatever.
Clifton Powell.
Yeah, over there, you know. I mean, all of them came from women on varying degrees. But he had a point earlier to where, we need men and women to be at the round table to, you know, figure out the dynamics and move forward. That's perfectly fine. But before we introduce the women into the conversation, we need to get all the men to a general consensus first. Because history of all societies will tell you once you introduce a woman into the conversation, shit go left fast.
Yeah.
Motherfucker need to see one areola in that motherfucking booty clap 2 times on mute with no hands, and it's over with. Everybody flipping the table. So let's halfway get to a meeting point before we even introduce them into the conversation. Clearly, everybody at the table talking about, we're all fucked up and broken. Okay, nigga, let's get to a level of healing first. Buddy over here, that Auntie protecting. Nothing against you, but you gay. So, no matter how much you want to cape for women right now, you like booty hole that got a sword in front of it.
Yeah, that's facts.
You like backdooria. So that at no point in time in your moist ass existence, so you should be raising your voice at a grown ass man that's actually staying to the topic on men and women dynamics. Because you for man. Then Auntie jump out the cut protecting him, and Buddy ain't even trying to jump across the table. He just like, hey, you said you wanted to get one more point off, and you done dove into 3, so I'm going to talk. I'm sitting at this table as an elder, and I've respected you on the floor. You talking about don't disrespect me, nigga? Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Got pink in there. Shut the fuck up.
No, but dead ass. It's like, shut the fuck up. I done let you get your stress off.
Yep.
I'm telling you the reality because I've actually crossed the checkpoint into this milestone.
Yeah.
You talking about 60 and 70, and the only time you done had something 60 or 70 is when you was drilling them out. Pause.
I think that's the first time one of those like little clips popped in about the actual dude.
That's hilarious. Yeah. But I've crossed this bridge physically. I'm living this reality right now. This ain't theory. This ain't no thesis. This ain't nothing you can read and Google online. Nigga, I'm here right now. Why are you getting loud with me when I'm telling you the reality of being here right now? That's like somebody arguing with you, telling you how fucking man butt feel like.
Serious today, but that was crazy.
I'm not
that was
feeding.
crazy.
I'm not feeding. I'm not
Okay.
feeding.
Exactly. That'll be wild if they ain't never dove in between them. You can't be like, oh well, you know, it was this one shorty and she was like, oh, you know, she don't like the way birth control make her feel, so she told me to put it in the back door. And you know, I could just imagine that it. No, quit imagining, nigga. Why did your imagination even go there?
What? You can just imagine, like, sir, what?
Like, why did your imagination even cross the street? You wilding right now. Let that man see his own reality on his own. But this dude is 60-something years old right now and telling you the experience and was like, oh, hey, you know, because let's face it, man. Some men, he didn't cross 60, he get to relax now. By 60, some people that had grandkids and all that. That's when you get to sit back and you could put life on cruise control and start knocking off some bucket list items or whatever.
Yeah.
Sadly, y'all niggas don't know how to do shit. And y'all follow all the wrong parts of fucking shit. Because when slavery was over and great grandpa bought some land, as soon as it was time to pass it down to your dumb ass, you sold the shit and bought a Corvette and bottles to go fuck bitches. That's why you struggling.
That's facts.
I watched a video yesterday or 2 days ago, and it was so fucking beautiful, it almost brought a tear to my eye. It's this family, they forefathers, probably like 4 or 5 generations removed, bought a piece of an island. I think it was like off of South Carolina or something, and it's still in their family. And it's not in the trust or nothing, but they have committee meetings or whatever up to who wants to keep a piece or, you know, who wants they buyout. But whatever happens, it stays in the fucking family. Don't get sold off to nobody unless you got this DNA and blood from this fucking lineage. And I thought that was the most beautiful thing, and they're black. But y'all niggas keep selling grandma's house and shit to go stunt for a season and then be trying to find 101 reasons as to why you in a fucking fucked off situation.
You over there cooking?
We could get more niggas to fucking buy a damn section in the club and buy bottles to go fuck bitches than we can to go buy some land and build a fucking compound and actually keep these motherfuckers out of our goddamn business. Just like we was talking the other day when Ashley was up here and we saw my food and all that. Okay, boycott Target, boycott all these motherfuckers, boycott Trump, boycott all these people. Tax your quote unquote rich since you don't realize the math that as a civilian you outnumber every motherfucker in that White House fucking 20,000 to 1. Y'all don't understand compounded interest and all this other stuff. Yeah, we make jokes. Shorty over there selling her titties on OnlyFans for $7.99. But do you know what $7.99 times 500 get her a month? When the shit compound? Yeah, it's goofy. Yeah, I can see titties for 30 days for $8.
She rich.
Times that by 100, times it by 1,000, and see who really laughing. Now, is she gonna be fucked up in the head on the back end? Because let's face it, when y'all motherfuckers, especially like people that come to these chats with no profile pictures, when y'all faces ain't seen, y'all say some of the most atrocious shit.
Man, who you telling?
So I know them girls going through it on them requests in them OnlyFans and all that. But they're compounding your money. They're compounding your money to get to where they are. The thing is, slavery done ended all this time. All these white people, Grant Cardones and all them, y'all can call them scammers or whatever the fuck you want. They come on this here internet and teach you how to fucking get into some shit that could actually build you some shit to where you can buy your way out of some shit. And y'all won't even fucking get on that.
Yeah, they worry about the president's racist.
We could write the 20 get bitch commandments right now, and that motherfucker go platinum by midnight.
Facts.
Bruh.
We'll write the 5 baby steps to get into real estate, and y'all niggas would ignore that shit until 6 years later when y'all see all of us up here with fucking 7 to 10 multiplexes and a fucking strip mall plaza.
I'm trying to get like you, nah, nigga, I've been telling you this for the past 5 years already. Where the fuck you been at?
So it's like, realistically, what is we doing? Y'all focus on these fuck ass race relations. If that motherfucker call you a nigga, you not gonna punch him in his face, fuck him. That white man at the job trying to tell you how to get like him because he like your work ethic. And you ostracizing him just because of the this fucking thing. But you want to let the drive through and fucking Wendy's get you worked up because he called you the N-word. Okay, you ran into a fucking degenerate. Whoop-de fucking do. We in the wood. We got degenerates all around us.
Thanks.
Growing up. If we not to stay away from the other side too. Y'all want these fucking files or whatever. Okay. So since one dude on this panel was up here and he got adopted away. Riddle me this. Half of Hollywood, we done seen these motherfuckers go to Africa and all this stuff and get foster kids and adopt kids or whatever. Has anybody seen these kids grow up? Where the fuck is them kids? Fuck the Epstein files. Where's the kids that we done watch y'all go fucking capture on TV? The Oprahs, the Jessica Albas, and whoever the fuck else. I don't know who the fuck the name right now. But we done watch y'all catch a flight and come back with somebody's kids. Talking about y'all responsible for them. Where the fuck is them little niggas at? Fuck the files with all these ghost names in that bitch. I mean, we gonna get there when we get there. What's done in the dark comes to light. That's written in the book. It was written. So whenever it's exposed, it's gonna be exposed. But the shit we done see with our eyes that we done grew up with. We done watched these motherfuckers go build schools in Africa, do all this extra shit, come back with 2-3 little nappy head ass babies. They find the ones with the most fucking BDBs in existence. Bring these niggas back and we don't see them not no more. Where the fuck is them motherfuckers at? Oh, we ain't got no answers for that neither, huh? Oh, it's just the white man holding me down. That nigga damn near waterboarding you with information to better your fucking life and you ignoring it because he white. We cracking jokes on these Mexicans and all these illegals that come over. They be 30 deep in one house. And within 5 years between the family, they own 30 houses. Why does everybody else know how to fucking community pool their money together to get ahead? But y'all niggas only know how to buy Jordans and bottles. And fuck bitches. Coochie is great. We just had a Raw is Law segment on this here pod. Them sweet interiors are magnificent. But when you pull out, nigga, what else do you have to offer society? What positive contribution do you have apart from dropping 15 more little niggas off on the block that y'all not trying to fucking feed because the mama ain't giving you head no more? Like, let's start there. When are we gonna get some land? Y'all worried about, like I was bringing up the grocery store thing earlier. We worried about boycotting all these stores and all this. Y'all niggas not even building no fucking stores to replace the shit you boycotting. So where the fuck am I supposed to get my groceries? Because you boycotting Target, but you ordering on DoorDash, so your DoorDash driver going to Target to pick the shit up for you. So are you really boycotting, nigga, or you just fucking buying shit in third person?
It's fake outrage.
Because y'all niggas can't grow watermelon seed if y'all fucking shit it out in the fucking woods and water the damn shit pile to begin with. And that shit's supposed to just take its own natural form by itself.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that's medicine too, they've lied to y'all. Y'all let these people lie to y'all to sell y'all petroleum-based medicine. Dandelion and all this stuff that y'all be spraying weed killer on, that's fucking medicine. But even then, y'all don't listen to me, ma. Y'all ain't listen to Papa. But y'all got this outrage for all these motherfuckers to tell you to go take some Tylenol. But then when they tell you that his baby fetus is in a Tylenol, y'all like, oh, well, shit, I've been taking this shit since I was 3 years old, so I don't really care about that. But I want to see the babies in the Epstein files, you know, because he was eating jerky made out of humans. Are you eating jerky made out of humans? Mind your fucking business and let's build something to where we don't need them. The ones that's gonna come along. Y'all be talking about this FBA and tether all the time. Okay, why the fuck is y'all tethered to slavery? Y'all ain't took that noose off y'all neck since. Y'all choking yourself out. Because right now, you are free-range Negroes and you still fucking worried about what's going on at the plantation. Run away further, nigga. We talk about the Underground Railroad and stuff. Y'all following women so damn much. She got you out of the fucking strife into the promised land, and then you still over there like, oh, please, can I get a quarter suck a titty? Get your own bitches, man. Go be a leader. Go be substantial. Y'all over here in therapy, like, yeah, you see, I just don't know why I'm broken. The women just don't listen to me because they can see that you's a bitch ass nigga. That's why they're not listening to you. Yeah, you can lead and call the ISO on the basketball court. That's because we trying to win the game. After the game, them niggas don't even call you. So are you really a leader? Who calls you for advice?
Shit, that's a fact.
Or is everybody else? Or are you calling everybody else for fucking advice because you don't know what the fuck going on? And you paying all these people that went to school. I mean, a lawyer, a doctor, I get why they go to school or whatever, but motherfuckers coming out here with arts degrees. You need a nigga to teach you how to draw?
Don't overcook them, bro. Let's go to the next topic. Don't overcook them.
I mean, well, okay, so I ain't gonna overcook. All I'm gonna say is a lot of things in life can be solved with seat time. Put your ass and glue that shit to the seat and put some hours in trying to learn something positive. And quit worrying about what the fuck they doing across the street, because the only reason their grass is greener than yours is because they have fucking turf. Water your shit. You staring at niggas' turf and they ain't even gotta water this shit because it's fake. Their grass not greener, it don't exist. Water yours, nigga. That's all I'm saying. But hey, I'm gonna end my rant.
It's a fact. Listen, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification. All right, so we're gonna go to one last topic for tonight. We're gonna switch gears real heavy on this one. We're gonna talk a little bit about LeBron James.
Shout out to Jordan and his team for winning Daytona 500.
We're gonna play that. We're gonna play that video too in the midst of this. We're gonna play that video too. Don't worry. We're gonna play that too. So I want to play the video first. Matter of fact, I think I should play the Jordan first, and then we'll play the LeBron. So there's two small videos, and then we'll give our thoughts and opinions on it, right? So I want to play. Let's play that one first. Let's play the. Is this a vision you had?
I'm not LeBron James.
Let's play this one first.
All
right. We're gonna play this one first. This is some people's GOAT. Some of the people's GOAT, right? And let y'all look at that again. All right, so what's y'all thoughts on this so far? What's y'all thoughts on this?
Hey man, you just fucking with the little kid, bro.
Okay. So you don't see anything wrong with it or anything like that?
Nah. I mean,
okay.
Nah, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I seen fingertips and not palm. So that's
grabbing something.
Being that I kind of know the backstory to this, and I heard what he was actually doing. I kind of know the backstory. But even without knowing the backstory, those was fingertips and not palm. So I personally don't necessarily see anything wrong with it. It's like when you got your homegirl around and that motherfucking roach crawl across her titty and you try to whack that shit off reflex. It's like, oh, you trying to touch my titties? No, I wasn't. You had that roach on you, and I'm not coming over here no more.
I don't want to see that scenario in this situation.
I mean, bro, I'm not. But I mean, I don't know the backstory. I don't know the backstory of this. I literally thought, I saw this pop up a little bit. I thought it was fake. I didn't pay any attention to it. But just I guess the the reality that I live in is that Michael Jordan is rich as fuck, and if there was some reason he would have ever done anything that was inappropriate, he wouldn't fucking did the shit in public. So so that automatically tells me that there was something else to this.
I would say this, you know what I'm saying? As a LeBron fan, you know what I'm saying? As a LeBron is number one, Jordan is number two.
Yeah.
This y'all king? No, I'm just fucking with y'all.
Yeah. That's him.
I'm just saying, in all seriousness though, when I first saw this video, I already knew that it wasn't what everybody was gonna try to make it out to be. I'm like, nigga, I see this shit, nigga. I do this with my kids. Like I be fucking with their shirts and shit like that. Like this shit is harmless. This man is not. We all know Jordan. And for those people who watch Jordan, we know that he ain't that type of nigga. Let's be 110% clear. That nigga, he ain't that type of nigga. He out there fucking with the kid, and I think he has some ice in his shirt or some shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We got the full context of the video. Dog, let's not make this shit into something that is actually not, because I know y'all got shit in the uproar about the Epstein files. You know, the Diddy shit happened, and y'all still trying to figure out who was a part of this shit, who was getting banged out. Was it Meek Mill? Was it Will Smith? Was it all these extra people that y'all throwing in here and shit? And so you trying to, and then some of y'all trying to throw Bron James in there and shit, all that. Listen, fam, this isn't what we thought of. What y'all, I ain't gonna say we, because I never thought it was anything. I didn't look at it as anything. It wasn't anything. The kid didn't even look uncomfortable in himself. He just like, what you doing? Like, what's wrong with my shirt? Like, he didn't even look uncomfortable in the situation. And then I think in another video, I think his wife was actually holding the kid. So I don't know if that's her nephew or whomever the kid is to them. So yeah, so I'm like, nah, I didn't see it. I said, y'all fishing for shit now.
Well, see, I've said this before, one of our earlier streams. Some people they're only as grown as their earliest trauma.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like a lot of these situations come. It's like, oh, you get a motherfucker, you know, their uncle was touching on them when they was that age or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that sparks something in them, and then they create all this outrage, or, you know, we not gonna absolve the women. I mean, it's a lot of women that are like, ooh, as soon as you hit that puberty, like, ooh,
it
wasn't Sandra's son, the things I do to you. It's like, whoa, pump the brakes, man.
Yep.
I'm still young. Like, what are you talking about? But, you know, I think life, I'm not gonna say it ends, but it becomes a continuous loop for some people. As soon as they hit their first major trauma that they couldn't control the situation, and they just get stuck there. And then when they see things like this, it triggers what happens to them, and they project. Realistically, 85 to 90% of people, when they speak on things, they project a lot of their personal bullshit on general scenarios and muddy the waters when it's not that. Just like I said, when you look at it, he got fingertips, look like he grabbing at something, and then he go to the bottom and kind of like try to shake it out.
Cause he making sure that he ain't fully, cause he got big fucking hands.
Yeah. So if he wanted to palm that shit, it'd have been over with. Pause.
Pause, whole ass. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying?
But he was
You
trying.
hear what you're saying out loud, bro? just say it, bro.
But it wouldn't even be out in public like that if there was gonna be real something
That too. You feel me?
really bad. That just wouldn't happen, man. That just wouldn't even fucking happen.
Plus, it's like, you know, we can't absolve the other grown-ups that are around from the responsibility of protecting children. Children are some of the most protected things on earth.
Exactly.
If he was really doing something like that, Buddy in that damn checker blazer would have fucking did something. Homie, that's the driver in that Toyota race suit or something would have did something.
Facts.
Dude with the Reading Rainbow Matumbo shirt, whatever the fuck that shit say on it, would have jumped out and did something. Like, you know what I mean? There's people there to be like, hey, bro, what the fuck you got going on?
Yep.
Nobody was on that type of time. That alone should tell you that that's not what's going on. But some people can't read the room, but then again, most people can't read. So we got that too.
I got a different aspect of it. I think people are just it's not jealous, but just miserable as fuck, and then they want somebody else that made it, or someone whose life is a lot better than theirs. They want in some kind of way to fuck it up. So like I don't think a lot of it. Some of it could be trauma, but and the thing is like this. You already know like situations like this have had probably like just what happened right now. Do you know there's probably someone convinced that kid that he did something wrong, and that kid might live with that shit for the rest of his life because somebody else, like even what you said, Raw, got their own fucking traumas and whatever. They're projecting their shit. Might go to this kid and convince him that what he did was just fucked up, and then now this kid might have a complex. You know a lot of shit like that. A lot of times shit like that happens too, and it's and it's kind of like screwed up. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's wild.
I agree. Now, what I want to do now, I'm gonna go over to another video. I'm gonna go over to another video in regards to Michael Jordan's teammate, Ron Harper, basically throwing shots at LeBron when it's unwarranted. So I'm gonna play this video, and I want y'all to give me y'all thoughts on this one too, because this is kind of wild too.
Was this a vision you had?
I'm not LeBron James. I'm not gonna tell my kids what they have to do. I just want my kids to play and enjoy the game and whatever they can get back out the ball game. We will take it. Once upon a time, I told them whatever opportunity that you have, you should have a chance to play in the NBA.
So, what are y'all thoughts on the fact that? What are y'all thoughts on this?
Be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think that I think it was like probably like a friendly jab that probably LeBron probably didn't take any offense to it, because I mean it's one of those things to where I'm pretty sure if you're real close to someone, especially like I don't know how close he is to LeBron. Right. Or maybe he is close to him and said like, like, oh, you just talk shit, like saying what everybody else say, but just kind of fucking around. The way he said it was kind of like in a joking around way. I don't know, man. Unless they got some sort of beef behind it. I don't he didn't because he didn't say like, his sons are garbage and all other shit like that.
Right.
I think it may have just been some sort of like just fucking around type shit. Make someone laugh. I don't really think there was anything too bad about it.
Okay.
Can you run it back? Because he said, I'm not LeBron. I'm not going to do what?
Let me see.
Was this a vision you had?
I'm not LeBron James. I'm not going to tell my kids what they have to do. I just want my kids to play and enjoy the game and whatever they can get back out the ball game. We will
tell my kids what they have to do.
Yeah, he said, I'm not going to tell my kids what they have to do.
Oh, okay. He said he's not LeBron. He's not going to tell them what they have to do. So, I hate that I'm so polarizing tonight, but this is some more of that bitch ass nigga shit. All friendly jabs and stuff aside, this is where people need to study Asians in Western world culture more. Or, hey, y'all fucking FBA to the grave. This is where y'all need to study some of them tethers more. That motherfucker that come from Nigeria that's a janitor in them fucking hotels not gonna have his kids go get a fucking arts degree.
So sadly.
Motherfucker, if you under my roof, you gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer.
You will not be a janitor.
Or you shit out of fucking luck once you fucking are of age. Don't talk to me, don't call me. It's polarizing as fuck, but I don't like the hands-off approach to things.
I agree.
A lot of y'all make it to the NBA. Y'all, for what it's worth, if y'all paired with the right woman, y'all created some fucking superheroes. It's premium genetics running through niggas. You're supposed to steer them towards a way to where they can capitalize off those genetics.
Hold on. I want you to keep going on that. That just brought back to what we were talking about earlier about like everyone says, the woman is the you know, the one that creates life and all that shit. Without that tall ass dude, they wouldn't have no tall ass kids. It's all on the man shit. Like, like you think like a woman's gonna produce some kid that's fucking, you know, 250 pounds solid? Ain't no woman gonna do that. I'm pretty sure her husband is about that fucking size. So that should tell you right there, like, just by shit like that, that men have a lot to do with, you know, how that kid's gonna turn out.
No, that's a fact. I mean, I got my own traumas. The only reason I ain't got a damn woman that's my height is because I don't need no bitch scuffing my shoes up. If we wear the same size shoes, I can't be with you. Then in modern society, when you got to do raffles and shit to go get shoes, I can't even get 2 pair of Jordans in the same size, no way. So I can't even match if I wanted to be cute and take couple photos and match, because it ain't guaranteed I'm gonna get the damn shoe.
Yeah,
100%.
So, you know, I got my woman. She's a big presence, but she's tiny. And if I need to go buy matching shoes and shit, I know I can get them because it's 2 different sizes. You told me I could only buy one in each size or whatever. So, hey, this is 1-on-1. We good. And I ain't got to worry about no mysterious scuffs and shit on my shoes. And you trying to lie to me, talking about you don't wear my shit when I know that they feel different now. Because you don't wear my shit to the gym to go hoop.
So let me ask you this: do you think it's a shot at Braun, or you think it's just like friendly jab, like Marcus said?
Man, that's friendly banter, man. Like, I don't know where we went left in the world to where everything fucking gets blown out of proportion, context, and fucking taken seriously. But it's like, yo, what happened to when, you know, we could just joke on each other and just call it a day, man? Like, we could order some wings and some pizza after and fucking just enjoy life. Like, you know, just like Young Jock had that song where he's like, oh, point him out. And he was fucking just jawing the whole song. Like, when can we get back to that?
Yeah, I'm with, you know, as a LeBron fan, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I
throw that out there.
Throw the president, you know, make sure I president. You know what I mean? I don't look at it as anything, to be honest with you. I'm with both of y'all. You know, I think it's just friendly banter. You know, because we've seen people say some egregious shit. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people do egregious shit, and I think this is just friendly banter. Anybody, we know Michael Jordan, he talks shits of shits. You know what I'm saying? We know Kobe Bryant, he talks shit of shit. And we know the era that Michael Jordan came from, and Ron Harper came up in that era as well. So I'm pretty sure he was one of them motherfuckers who talk shit too, right? And so, to be honest, I just look at it like this: if Bron ain't tripping, you shouldn't be tripping. You know what I'm saying?
If he said I can't get my sons in the NBA like LeBron did, that might be something different.
Yeah, that'd be something different. Like both of your sons in NBA, so you can't say, well, I'm not gonna tell my sons what to do. Cool, friendly banter. I get it. You know, some people some soft motherfuckers, soft hearted. Oh, you always trying to attack Bron. Like, listen, bro, niggas, you gotta realize who that is. That nigga old school as fuck. He gonna talk shit. He really don't give a fuck. He was a part of the, you know what I'm saying, the 6-0 Bulls. He was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Even though it don't make him better, but hey, that's neither here, that's a different conversation. But that's a different conversation.
Fight night. Okay.
Right. It's a whole different conversation. You feel me? But I don't see anything wrong with this, what he said. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let that old bald head nigga talk. You know what I'm saying?
So I got a question, because something that we don't do at all is, why don't we call some of these parents failures? And when I say that, it's like, okay, when I was talking about the super niggas and the superior genetics and all that, it's like right now they say they can't keep condoms at the Olympics. Like, you got gladiators in front of each other.
Facts.
In their prime levels of fucking chemical imbalance.
Right.
What the fuck did you expect? But no, when I'm saying that, it's like, okay, Bron was successful. He got his kid in. Yeah, we joke on the kid all day, but he still has a forward trajectory. Like, yeah, you might suck right now. You can get better later. Or you might not even really suck. You might just suck to our metric of what we think you should be.
Because you compare to his dad.
Yeah, we're like, hey, when your daddy came in, that motherfucker was nuts on forehead on everybody. He dunking on everything. You come in, you can't even fucking get a basic layup. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
He still made it there. You didn't. But then we got, you know, the Jordans is like, yeah, we just talked about Jordan's accolades. You know, yeah, he got a Daytona 500 team. They just won a championship. Whoopty-whoopty-doo. And then, you know, he was over there playing with ice on the kids' back. And, you know, we know right now ice is a sticky situation in America. I don't know. I don't know what the ice is doing.
Whatever opportunity that you have.
Oh shit, my bad. Go ahead.
But no, you good. But it's like, okay, this dude, his legacy is he still got his kids into the league, whether he told them to or not. Big baller brand, the balls.
Yep.
They in there. You know what I mean? Kobe, God rest his soul. Yeah, he had daughters, but they was on the trajectory to be in the WNBA.
Yo, Gigi.
Yep. But then you got Jordan over here, and his son over there snorting coke, fucking with Pippen's wife or whatever, or getting stuck on railroad tracks with snow bunnies and shit. It's like, nigga, I'm sorry. Like, I get you. You do a lot of good shit, and you the goat on the court, but nigga, you're killing that life.
Hey, one of the greatest to do it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, do we even call you a deadbeat at this point? Like, what do we, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to take away from his glory, but I feel like there's certain parents in certain areas of spotlight to where it's like, you like Magic Johnson, bro. Like, a phenomenal person is like,
failed.
I don't know, man. Hey, I don't know. I don't believe in karma or nothing big in religion and shit like that. I wonder if that was a curse. You got the big ass son. Like
nigga 6'8".
Yeah.
Hey, sir.
Damn. Hey,
you too big for that,
got
bro.
nothing to do with no balls, man.
He got something to do with it.
No, he do a lot of double dribble.
He do a lot of
He ain't dribbling them motherfuckers for sure.
Nah, he do a lot of double dribble, man.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
He like his pickle size.
Man, I don't know, bro. That whew, yep. That's a lot of talking right there.
It's like, you know, sometimes when we put somebody's personal accolades to the side and then we, you know, get to zoom out, and we, as a black community, we always talk about generational wealth and generational this, generational that, whatever. Like, how about some of these people just fucking fuck ups and they just started a trajectory of generational stupidity?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like all day personal fucking achievements aside, because like some of this stuff is just goofy as hell. And it's like, you know, I ain't got no fucking malice or hate or disdain or anything to whatever people choose to do with their own free time. Like, hey, if you know shit pushing industry was a big industry for you and you felt that was where you wanted to go be employed at, go push some shit in, nigga. That's on you.
Fact.
But it's like, you know, y'all come from these big names. It's like I seen the post the other day, and it was Willow Smith talking about, oh, her mom and dad ain't the reason why she's where she's at. Honestly, I whipped my hair back and forth, and all the extra shit you came out with was ass.
Man,
songs is
somewhere.
Nah, that's crazy.
Like, you are who you are solely because of your parents' coattail.
Yeah, fact.
So, like, you know, and even then, it's like Jaden's fucked up. I mean, we seen Queen Alopecia. I don't even think she got alopecia.
This nigga said Queen Alopecia.
When she got that little fucking kiwi patch growing on her head, I don't see no fucking ball patches in it. But hey, it is what it is. And you can lie to us, or you can lie in.
She had to blame it on something.
Hey, I ain't mad at it. I got a homegirl that got alopecia, and I know what that shit look like. She don't look like she got it.
Nah.
She just look like she want her skull to match her coochie. But that's a different topic.
That's it.
But some of these people, they go to premium, pristine things, and outside of entertainment, like we all know a doctor or two who, you know, they kids are standing out here protesting shit, doing dumb shit instead of furthering the family legacy. Fuck, even if you ain't furthering the family legacy, starting your own on a positive strength. Standing outside and fighting for people that shouldn't even be here to begin with is goofball activity.
It's privilege.
You got the leader of Japan right now talking about, oh, hey, if you're Muslim, we're not opening any more Muslim cemeteries. Our practice in Japan, due to tight restraints on land, is we like to cremate. If you die in Japan and you're not shipping the body back over, you become a necklace.
You done vote.
You become
Hey,
a
you
necklace.
gotta abide by the rules, man.
You go in a tea urn, or you ship your ass back to fucking Mecca and go get buried over there. And that's creating controversy. She's also trying to get fucking illegals up out of Japan. Hey, if you didn't overstay your visas or whatever, get the fuck out. Everywhere else, they get you the fuck out, or they throw you in jail. But then over here, you got people getting their head bust open in the middle of the street, creating extra protests because y'all want to call in to work or get fired from y'all job and go stand up here and do all this dumb shit. And let's talk about men protecting women. We can protect you, but when are we gonna realize that a lot of y'all women put yourself in compromising situations that y'all ain't even worth the protection to begin with? No way.
You gotta protect them from themselves.
Yo, but I'm driving down that lane because we can get the black and white out of it. White boy, that old nurse that just got shot or whatever, trying to protect the woman. If y'all protesting, why can't y'all protest on the sidewalk? Like, what is so attractive about the streets? We know y'all like to be ran through in the streets or whatever, the ones that do. But what is so attractive about the streets that y'all just got to be in it?
These people just have a problem with authority, man. They just can't grasp authority, bro.
We can hear your voice from the sidewalk. Get the fuck out of traffic. So Shorty was on the street. Buddy was actually on the sidewalk and interjected himself into street activities and got left on the street. Well, I mean, he got left in the grass, but if we want to be technical, he got smoked in the grass. But it's like when they took Shorty and threw her up on the curb, instead of you to pull her to safety, you went and got in another motherfucker's face. Of which, when they smoked his ass and treated him like fucking brisket, I was already like, oh, you was wilding. Motherfuckers didn't like my take. And then a couple days later, they dropped another clip where this man actively busted out a taillight on a fucking car or whatever. So you're known to be aggressive. And they handled you as such. If you go in hunting and you shooting for deer or whatever, and that motherfucking javelina, Pumbaa, come running at you with the horns down, you're not gonna be like, oh, hey, let me just get out the way. He just frustrated right now. He ain't getting no. Nah, you smoking that. You put one in his hand. It's them or me. People got to make it home, and y'all got to understand that. And women, we want to protect y'all. We really do. But a part of that protection starts with listening, and y'all don't listen sometimes. Black, white, Mexican, Asian, I don't give a fuck what shape, size, height, whatever. Y'all don't listen. If you can't listen, why would I put myself in physical harm's way when I'm verbally telling you how to get both of us out of harm's way? You're not even listening to that. So I don't know. Y'all gotta tighten that shit up too. And that comes to all the relationship dynamics and all this. I don't know why all these motherfuckers at that round table over there crying, still sucking the titty when I know half of them was Similac babies. But y'all gotta do better. This whole abolish the patriarchy shit. Are there negative things in matriarchy, patriarchy? There's negative to everything.
Yeah.
But we don't need. Okay. Or how about this? If this is so fucking polarizing for y'all to just really want this matriarchy so much, how about y'all all go out there, y'all buy us our PlayStations and shit. We could play Call of Duty at home and y'all go to war.
Facts.
Because Courtney could tell you stories of what the fuck happens overseas.
Facts.
And y'all can't handle fucking a confrontation at Dollar Tree. So I know y'all can't handle one overseas on rations in the desert with minimal food and water in subtitles.
Just hell, even if it ain't no war going on over there, a lot of people still wouldn't even be able to fathom or even be in the city. Man, I'm gonna break it down even further. A lot of motherfuckers can't even get through basic training. Let's be clear. Won't even be able to make it through basic training. So, and even when I was there, it has gotten softer. and a lot of motherfuckers still wouldn't make it through. So it is what it is. What it is. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people just be talking, man. It's first world problems. People just finding issues just to be finding issues. You got all the opportunities in the world right now. Ain't nothing holding you back. There ain't no man out here silencing you because you still out here talking loud as you possibly can. You got a fucking round tables of panda bear men. You got round tables of liberal women talking about how they should be able to have sex with whoever the fuck they want to have sex with and shouldn't be shamed for it. Then you got conservative women who are holding them accountable. And then you got men that are holding these liberal women accountable, telling you like, bitch, you are the problem and you are the reason that society is the way that it is now. But yet and still you're telling us that we're oppressing you, but no, we're telling you that what you're doing is fucking up society right now. When you still able to go after that conversation, you're still able to go have sex with whoever the fuck you want to go have sex with, and ain't nobody gonna say anything to you. You ain't going to jail, nothing's gonna happen to you. But guess what? If you decided you think that you was gonna get you a masculine man that's actually worth his salt, that actually has standards and who values himself as a high value man, you really think he finna deal with you? Fuck out of here. It ain't gonna work. Cut that shit out. He can have standards just as you think that you can have standards. It is what it is. If he worked for it, he should be able to say, listen, I deserve this. This is what I want. I'm not gonna tolerate this. I don't give a fuck who you are or how bad that you think you are. It is what it is. And you can't turn around and call him sassy. Oh, you sassy. No, bitch, I'm not sassy. I just got standards. Why does everything gotta revert to a nigga being sassy? Like, no, I just got standards. I'm not gonna let you guilt trip me or gaslight me into thinking like, oh, well, I should like you because you a woman. Bitch, no, I don't like you. You are the person I ain't fucking with. But guess what? Your friend though, I'm into her though, cause she know what's up.
Hey, bounce that ass like your friend do. Hey.
She understand the assignment. So
yeah, one of y'all gonna get it.
You feel me?
But another thing too is like, what is this matriarchy? Because like, at the same time, like, why are women always in competition with men? So we can dive into, like, let's say poly, for instance. If a dude wants multiple women, he still got to stick all those women and take care of all those women or whatever. Yeah. Women like, oh, well, if you get another chick, can I get another dude? It's like, okay, well, what does another dude do? Because then I'll see, some anomalies pop up here and there, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Like, there's a black lady, she got 2 dudes, but when you look at the dudes, they look moist as hell. So it's like, okay, so if you come home from work one day and both of them are sword fighting, are you really with that? Does that turn you on? Because that's kind of wild. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that, women over there bean bumping and shit is any better, but realistically, y'all ain't even really supposed to be doing that. That's supposed to, like, the sister wife, y'all supposed to be focused on other common goals, not sex. But the Western world is so freaked out that y'all don't even really take time to see all the other benefits of other walks of life or whatever, because a lot of Western societies were also bullied into monogamy. Because if y'all really want to zoom out and get rid of all this shit that y'all were brainwashed into, a lot of your ancestors had multiple women, but they were the standing cornerstone of the relationship and the family and whatnot.
Even that situation when you try to make it equal, even that situation when you try to make it equal, they still fuck it up, because now it's just about sex. It ain't about nothing else. It's not about getting more kids, more family. It's strictly about sex. If a girl's gonna bring in multiple dudes, it's all about sex. That's it. It's about dominating a man to make a man feel like, not even make it feel. I mean, if you choose a dude who's cool with you having multiple dudes, that's a different kind of dude anyway. So I mean, that right there's nothing beneficial for it at all.
Yeah, but just because you chisel because you went to the gym don't mean that you strong.
That's true.
Stupid. It's crazy.
So like, a lot of people get caught up on aesthetics. I mean, it's some chicks that's be in the Olympics and stuff, throwing shot putting, discus and all that, and they 300 pounds ain't Shorty at brunch is 300 pounds.
That's true.
Shorty at brunch got a 6-pack under her arms. This Shorty don't even have a stretch mark. She just looks swollen like a seal. You know, if it's man down in the middle of war, she could pick Courtney up and get him back to safety.
You ain't lying.
The rest of y'all big bitches could barely pick up a croissant without being tired before it get to your lips. Y'all out there sounding like Rick Ross.
My 600-pound life. That's how you gotta look at it.
Over there picking shit up, talking about some. Like, damn, shawty, life ain't that hard.
Yes, sir.
But shit. Any final thoughts on this topic, man, before we close it out?
No, well, at least not for me. I think we pretty much covered.
I know you struggling. That nigga been even though that bitch hurting, boy.
No, dog.
Nah, my final for the show in general is don't go out of your way to disrespect women. We still each side needs each other, men and women. We need each other.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not saying disrespect your mama and all this other stuff, but some of y'all really got to take the titty out of y'all mouth and stand on your own too. A lot of y'all keep saying, "Oh, my mama." Nigga, grow up.
That's right.
Like, even the women are begging y'all to be men these days. Like, grow the fuck up. Stop listening to what the fuck they told you, because they themselves don't know what they want at any given time. A bitch could be starving. You could hear the fucking butterflies in her tummy rumbling. You ask her what she want to eat. She don't know. Be a leader. Make an executive decision. If you want steak, we eating steak. If you want tacos, we eating tacos. Quit. Certain things you got to be on the forefront of. And yes, as men, it sucks. And for all y'all fucking tethered to slavery, y'all need to grow the fuck up too. Like, when are you gonna get some momentum under your feet to build some fucking forward progression and just leave the plantation fully? I don't care about people that call me nigga. A lot of people that call me nigga with the ER, if you look at them and you look into their eyes, they are broke. They have nothing going. So the last thing that they can do to be ahead of you is break your spirit. Black folk, y'all are the chosen people of this planet. Y'all were created first. Y'all just seen I Show Speed go to Egypt and they were stumbling over their words to tell you why these statues ain't got no fucking noses on them. It's because it was nigga noses. They was wide with big nostrils that could suck all the air out the room. They wasn't thin and whistle when they sneeze. That's why they ain't got no fucking nose on them. We're the ones that fucking are the salts of the earth. I don't never see too many fucking black folk with a fucking full coat of fur on them. Be all hairy and shit. But you know, you break into them Neanderthals. Y'all telling us we came from monkeys. I don't know. Y'all put Abraham Lincoln picture side by side, and that's homework for you. But realistically, y'all need to get off all this bullshit that y'all be on, all these distractions. Lock in, build some forward momentum. It's better for you. It's better for your family. It's better for the people around you. Being frustrated, worried about name calling and all this other stuff. If they're not physically trying to lynch you, ignore them. You have a greater goal and greater purpose in life. And if they is, hey, be like your ancestors that migrated from the South to the Midwest. Smoke something and keep it pushing. It's in history. They just don't speak about it out loud. Some of y'all got some serial killers in y'all family that held it down just so you could be where you at today.
Yes, sir.
You know, Auntie Mabel and Uncle Earl that died of mysterious reasons. Somebody got some get back on some OTF type shit, and then they moved the whole family after that. So if y'all not gonna be a big stepper and step, then build. And stop ignoring your brothers that are next to you. And we're stronger together than we are apart. There's power in unity. And y'all keep fucking feeding this division, and that's why we fucked up now. And I don't mean to be on here preaching, but that's how we gonna close it out.
All right. Well, my good people, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you are here tomorrow at 7:05 p.m. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be cooking up solo tomorrow. But before we go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. I appreciate the people who for the super chats, and I appreciate y'all for engaging with the content as well.
Kiki, do you love us?
Right, for real. So until next time, my good people, I will holla.
Late.